Hello, good evening, and welcome. Episode 19, JMK Custom Works Live. I'm joined today by Tony. You know him as Legend Series. How are you, sir?
I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. But thank you for always. I had a blast last Wednesday. So
Did you?
Let's have fun again, bud. Yeah, man.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, man. I just had brought some stuff to put together during this stream with you, so you're not alone working.
I'm into it.
We got the whole, the lovely chat.
We do. Dave's apparently been here since noon, so thank you for that dedication.
He's just been chilling.
No one's even remotely close to that. Shane, hello, sir.
Hello, bud.
Rayon, Tristan, Cliff.
Hell yeah, man.
Stacey.
Usual suspects.
Oh, man. Love this crowd.
Oh, yeah, man.
Vegeta's here.
White Vegeta.
Jacob. Have a fantastic hump day. It was just a day, and now we're doing okay.
Yeah, not too bad. My Wednesday was okay. We had fun on the Wake and Bake this morning, right? All the members, and now I was looking forward to hanging out with you here. And now, like I said, I went to Walmart. I got a bunch of these blockies. Got to figure out what to put together while we hang out. I got 4 of them. I don't know who the fuck they are because it's all mystery. But that's the beauty, isn't it? That's the beautiful part of this, the mystery. Who am I going to get?
Right.
So
yes, for sure. Well, the blind bag stuff's kind of cool, or it can be. I mean, sometimes it's kind of a bust, but
yeah. Well, what's going to suck is if you get 3 of the same figure.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, how's it going?
She messaged me and said my mic sounded weird. Does it sound better now, Ma?
It sounds much better. Yeah, you sounded. You're probably using another microphone.
It was picking it up through a webcam mic, which is, I don't know how it went to that.
So I bet you this StreamYard has been real finicky as of late.
Oh, they changed stuff up.
Yeah, I saw that too. And I have this message above everything. It says right here, it says, studio instability issues. The latest versions of some browsers, for example, Chrome 138, Edge 138, and Firefox 140 seem to have introduced a conflict that is causing studio instabilities when using virtual backgrounds. So
I like that it puts it on them, even though StreamYard is the one that changed something.
I know. Yeah. Fucking idiots.
Could be a problem with any browser that you could possibly use. Definitely not us.
It's your fault. I don't know what you're doing, stupid.
It's definitely you. You messed it up. Gun Bunny, what's up, sir?
Hey.
Good evening.
My wife says Pistola El Gun Bunny. What's up, bud?
Oh, Pistola El Bunny.
Bingo Bunny. It's good to see you, bud.
Tommy, how are you, sir?
What's up, bud?
Welcome.
Everybody better be hitting that like button as you come into this room right now.
Hey, that's my guy. That's what I like. He's true professional. Also, greatly appreciated.
Nice, dude.
Jimmy Purvis picked up a spare stinger and airbrush on Prime Day. That's a nice pack. Now that stinger's down to like $70 now.
70, yeah.
Jeez.
Let me ask you this, Jimmy. How many spare stingers do you already have?
Good question.
has
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, sound off in the comments below. How many stingers do you have? Hey,
What
there
up,
we go.
Woody?
Yo, Joe, or something to that effect. It's good to see you, bud. I appreciate you,
Our
man.
guy.
Oh,
Peace. Keys collects. Good evening, sir.
Good to see you, man.
Dan. Good evening.
Dan, what's up, bud?
Glad to have you here. Yeah, catch this up. I hope I caught everybody.
I think
really
so.
appreciate everybody coming in.
Yeah.
20 watching right now. That's pretty good for the Wednesdays. I'm happy with that.
Wednesday, 7:30. Not bad, bud. Not bad at
Not
all.
bad.
Yeah,
Not bad.
how you been this week so far? How's your week been treating you, bud?
Slow. It's a
Yeah.
road dragger. I think it's because last week I worked like 2 days.
Okay.
I had like the Wednesday, Thursday, and then we were off for 4th. Now it's like a full week, and these weeks always feel just long.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I got to go to Pittsburgh on Friday, so I got a long drive ahead of me.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we're going to see some family. Since I lost my father, my mother wants to see a lot of people she hadn't seen in a while.
Uh-huh.
I said, all right, listen, I'll take you to Pittsburgh because my wife is starting a job soon, so let's do it now before she starts up her job, and the days aren't going to be there. So
Sure, that makes sense.
So we're going this weekend for a couple days, so that should be fun.
Okay,
that should be
that's
fun.
cool.
Gonna do some toy hunting out there too. I don't know how good Pittsburgh is. Probably not good at all, but we're gonna give it a shot.
The big cities seem to be brutal. It's like the mid-size ones you gotta try for.
Dude, yeah. Every time you go to a major city,
variety,
it's the worst. I've never had any luck. Even when I went to Arizona, the only luck I had in Arizona was at the time they released that General Kenobi Black Series where he had like the armor on.
Oh yeah,
I was able to find him in Arizona. I was shocked, but other than that, no real luck, man. Because he was a Walgreens exclusive.
Was he really?
Yeah.
It sucks, man. It sucks.
Yeah, for real. That's a fucking Walgreens exclusive.
Why Bush League?
There was a time when Marvel Legends was doing that too. Like the first Silver Surfer from Marvel Legends was a Walgreens exclusive. I had to pick him up from Walgreens.
So yeah, the Walgreens, the guy that I don't remember if he was the owner, if he was just in charge of that, but he was like really into it. Like he gave a shit. Like he wasn't just ordering whatever they gave him. He was like, okay, we want this.
Oh, wow.
And he picked things that people would come to get.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't, Python Patrol shit. It was like key things like the entire Fantastic Four, the black and blue suits. That was all Walgreens.
Yeah.
Surfer. They had some really good, and it was because the guy doing the toys, I can't remember if he was the owner or not, but the guy making the choices cared. Like he gave a conscientious effort. So they had really good exclusives for a while.
I think I got the Fantastic Four exclusive too. I got all of them from there, and Silver Surfer. Like I said, there was quite a few that because when I was doing a part-time job, I used to work for the post office, delivering like first-class mail to all the post offices, and I would have to drive past a specific Walgreens that was in a Hasidic Jew neighborhood. Also, as a Hasidic Jewish neighborhood. So it was owned by Hasidic Jews and everything. So like nobody else went in there but Hasidic Jews. So that toy section was always stocked to gills. Nobody wanted toys there. So I would always find whatever I needed, any exclusive at that particular Walgreens when I was working.
Pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
Pretty brilliant. Although probably not something that just anybody could pull off.
I know. Dude, I walked in there. I walked in there and the guy had the Silver Surfer behind the counter. And I said, "Is that for sale?" And I don't know if somebody was holding it for somebody else. And he just turned around and he looked at it and goes, "I think so." And he just gave it to me. And I was just like, "I'll take that. Thank you very much." I walked out. Yeah, I was so shocked that I had a lot of luck at that particular Walgreens. It was pretty impressive.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah, Dan heard that too. I think my dad told me. He's usually fairly reliable,
Well, I'll tell you now, the toys suck now at Walgreens. So that guy probably not in charge.
I don't think they do that anymore. I don't think Walgreens.
No, it's bad now. Yeah, anymore. I don't think they have anything there anymore. Yeah.
I think you get like the same like Dollar General selection.
Essentially now, yeah.
They do not. That is definitely not a thing they care about anymore.
Yeah, no. They're like, people are coming here for allergy medicine. No one's coming here for an action figure. What's up?
Yeah. Which seems, I mean, I don't know. There's probably math to validate both sides of it, but I would think if you can bring one more kind of, shopper in,
Hell yeah.
maybe they take a stroll and get some other
I
shit while they're
know this
there. I
guy
mean,
did.
I do that.
This guy did. I would walk
If
in
I
there.
can make it one stop instead of two, I'll
Done.
pay an extra $1. That's fine.
Quite a few times that's happened. I walked in there. I'm like, you know what? I'll just get lunch here, and I'll just pick up like a bar and some.
I was kind of craving some pretzels. I'll get some pretzels.
Yeah, I'll get a pretzel or two. Yeah,
hey,
like that.
Didn't we need some ibuprofen? I'll go ahead and get that.
Yeah.
And so that's what happens.
Oh, honestly, I'm going to tell you the truth here, Mikey. I would walk in there and get alcohol for my bong, isopropyl alcohol all the time, and you just be like, I have to go in here anyway because I'm going to need this stuff for the bong. So I would come in there and their exclusives always were stocked. I was like, oh shit, didn't think I was going to be walking out of here with a Reed Richards. I guess it's happening.
I guess today's the day.
Shadow Team sounds cool.
Yeah.
Now, is that what you're working on today? I saw a little bit.
I kind of made that up. Like it's not
some awesome name.
Yeah, the Shadow Team. It doesn't exist in the Palatoy action assault figure.
Yeah.
But it kind of did. The first one that is technically an action assault figure didn't get the name because it predated. It was the first line, so it was all it was kind of blanket because they were just doing 12-inch Action Force as 3 3/4-inch figures.
Oh,
so the first one was actually called a Night Patrol. He was all black, and he had this kind of peacock like red pattern on his chest, but he was all black except for that and his goggles.
Oh shit!
And so he was technically the first one, but the one this is going to more resemble, and most people probably won't recognize this, but his name is Sparrowhawk. He was actually the paratrooper, and that's kind of the theme I'm going with this one.
Right on, dude.
So it's kind of a blend of a couple of different things to bring it into this and use this kit. Because I love this kit that Dad made. It's super simple and looks really good. And also, this is kind of more along the lines of how we started. What our idea was taking a figure and figuring out like a better purpose for him. So this is going to be no paint on the body. I'm going to have to paint the accessories, and then I'm just going to do camo on the body. So anybody that gets like a grunt and you're like, oh, this would be cooler if he had brown camo, use this tactic, like follow these steps, and you can do that.
That's awesome, dude.
So I always try to give the viewer a little value in the lesson.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Did you put this chat up with Father and Son Galaxy saying hello? What's up, buddy?
Father Son Galaxy. Hello.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here. Appreciate
it. Do you agree with this? Think about classified series at the pharmacy for when people go in there for their fix.
That's rough.
Hey man, I need that sinus medicine, man. Ooh, Duke.
Ooh. So Dad and I were actually talking at DFW about potential like next projects and stuff like that. So we really want to try and find a way to use Snake Eyes movie Snake Eyes.
That's going to be a good challenge.
It's a figure that's like you can get in for like $4.
Yeah, for real.
It's everywhere. Let's finally figure out something cool to do with it, so people will buy them, and let's get this fucking moving. Like,
let me tell you something. If you could pick that up and make people want to buy that particular figure, it's be a highly.
You're doing something, right?
Yeah,
that's a challenge. Yeah. I don't know what it's going to be. Obviously, Dad's going to add a bunch of a kit because that's his bag. So he's going to try to do something with that to make it interesting and cool. We'll see what happens. But if you could get a base figure for the kit, you're going to spend probably $30 on the kit. So if you can get the figure for like $5, that's reasonable. That's all right. So We'll see. We'll see what happens, but it's on the radar.
But the fact that you've that's impressive that you two go like, yo, let's take a figure that no one gives a shit about. Let's make him care about him by just making like you like, yo, if I add a little bit, I can turn this figure that nobody, because dude, that guy is still sitting on the shelf at Ollie's. You know, like you make people care. People are gonna rush to Ollie's now to get it and turn it into food. Yeah, that's awesome. That's an awesome idea.
Yeah, Keys. He's not. He's a cool sculpt. It's not Snake Eyes.
It's you know.
I saw somebody do a Cyber Ninja from Metal Gear Solid.
That's good.
And I was like, that looks good. Like that's a pretty solid repaint. Like it was just the head and the sword that connects with the hose. It looked good.
Yeah,
I thought that's a valid use of that figure.
Hell yeah. No, hell yeah. That's a like I said, that I have that figure too. I got him because he was literally clearanced. And I figured you could use the unmasked head for something else, for somebody.
Yeah.
And
the heads are good.
Yeah, and I'm saying like I don't need to use that Snake because I already had 2 Snake Eyes, but like just like you said, just to have him because you never know what you can use him for. Like you just said, somebody turn him
on my Legends shelf. I probably can't show him, but he is right there. Is my Stephen Strange? I got it at. So at DFW, I was right next to some guys that had like tons of Legends.
Yeah,
they had Build-A-Figures. They had all kinds of. I bought way too much from them because they had several Build-A-Figures that I wanted, Blackheart included.
Oh,
and
awesome.
I ended up buying a bunch of stuff from them. They had that Stephen Strange that's from the 2-pack with Wong.
Yeah,
which is a great set. I just don't have a use for that Wong, even though it's a great figure. Like he's great. But I never got a Stephen Strange. I never got a Doctor Strange. So they had him, and he just had the Dormammu head. And I was like, let's put this in this package deal I'm working up. Right. So I just had to find a head. So I'm still waiting to get a legit one. But I used a Snake Eyes unmasked head that I'd sculpted a beard on. And I was like, I don't know, it's a good placeholder. So I've never used it. I sculpted the beard just to, fuck around with it a little bit with some green stuff.
That's brilliant. Dude.
It looks okay. It's fun. It's different.
Hell yeah.
That would be cool, Ron. A Star Viper. That would be pretty cool because he's got kind of a space compression suit.
Yeah, it's very futuristic, very sleek, as they call it. Sleek.
Sleek. So sleek.
It's so sleek. You can just see it.
G-force. It's going to be a challenge. We'll see what Pops has in store.
But hey, there he is.
Jerk.
What's up, bud? Barcode. That's the challenge of it. Turning a figure that nobody can like. People are like, I don't need another Snake Eyes, and then going, it's like
I mean, if you buy lots at all, chances are you have one or two.
You got them in there.
They got dumped in a lot. You know what I mean? And like the Scarlet, I found good use with. That's a great figure.
I've had.
When I do I've probably done 2 or 3 Don Moreno Snake Eyes, the female Snake Eyes. It's almost entirely Scarlet. Like it's Scarlet and Vipra or Zarana's arms.
Oh shit! Okay.
Head. So it's almost all movie Scarlet. It's a good suit. Like the sculpts for the movie stuff is good. It's just the figures are just the characters
were shit. Because like when I have them all. I have the Asian lady. I don't know her name. I'm sorry.
Kiko.
The Kika, okay, and then Scarlet, then Snake Eyes, and Storm Shadow. And those were the first GI Joe Classified figures I had gotten at the time because, like I said, they were on clearance and they were just there. They were always there. And I was just like, you know what? I can't find, at the time, I couldn't find, obviously, 00 Snake Eyes or whatever Snake Eyes at that time in the stores. So I just grabbed that one, just thinking, like, well, he's a ninja.
Placeholder.
Yeah, he's a ninja. Like, I don't need him for Snake Eyes. I could just use a ninja. Like, that's where my mind was with it. And then, obviously, I got a legit Snake Eyes. And then, again, I didn't toss him. I didn't sell him. I didn't do anything with him because I just like it works in any if you use him for Marvel Legends, he's just a ninja. Like it doesn't matter. Ninja Turtles, he could be a ninja. Like it works.
Especially for stuff you do, with the stop motion or the play motion stuff. Like he's a random black like future ninja. Like he's
a sucker for fodder.
Use him the same way you could use a Praetorian.
Hell yeah.
Like, Cyborg Ninja, whatever, dude.
That's
I mean, there's stuff you can use. Like it's
and those head sculpts, like you just took it and you made a Doc Strange head out of it. Like there's options. There's options. Just because you didn't like the movie, which obviously the movie was dog shit, I get it, but don't let that be a reflection of those particular action figures. I think would be the best lesson.
There you go, Cliff.
There you go. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. I mean, as a customizer, a head is worth $5.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to spend at least that on Etsy or eBay. So if you're paying for it, $5 gets you that head. That's a good head sculpt. You get, I think you get a pair of, you get a sword,
mm-hmm.
you know, so you get a sword and a head. At the minimum, you're on top. That's fair deal.
So cheap now.
Yep.
How much is it by you? Because I've seen it at Ollie's for like $3 or $4.99 is the top price I've seen it.
I don't know the last time I saw him at my Ollie's. So I'm on like the north side of Kansas City, and there's only one Ollie's unless I want to go to the Kansas side and south. Okay. If I do that, there's like 4 or something. But on the north side, there's one.
Yeah.
And they have not had. They probably had an Akiko not long ago, and I want to say they were $4.99.
Yeah, it was about that. Yeah,
Legends are still $10, but the Snake Eyes figures were $5. Even Eternals, they're still $10. I'm like, guys, what are you doing?
They're $7.99.
Just make them $1. Just get them out of here,
dude.
Taking up 20% of this aisle.
The fact that those Eternal figures are still taking up space on those shelves. At this point, I would sell them as package deals. Like, $25, you get like 4, 5, 6 of them. Just get the fuck out of here.
I mean, they're appropriately named. They are eternal. They will be there forever. Yeah, I'm saying Christmas time comes around when they're doing this shit in November. Every kid that comes in, you send him home with one. Just get them out of here, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you want this Selma Hayek figure? Here you go. Just take that. Go ahead. That's an Eternal. You don't know that superhero?
And those those heads are okay.
Yeah, the head sculpts are good. Yeah.
They're fair head sculpts, but the bodies are just I can't think of anything useful to use for him.
Not one.
You were doing like some sort of like I don't even know, dude.
You could the only way I would think to use them is if you were shooting like a weird religion style thing where they're like gods.
Or they literally are the Eternals.
But that's what I'm saying. So that'd be the only way, like, because like their outfits kind of symbolize that, and but I don't. Beyond that, I can't see any other uses for them.
No, they're too stylized.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
They're too stylized. They don't look good with anything.
And I bought a Kiko to make I always forget Shredder's daughter's name, Karai. I bought the Snake Eyes Kiko to put with Shredder to make Shredder's daughter Karari, whatever her name is. So like they're useful. They're definitely useful figures.
There you go,
Joseph. Yeah, he was dirt cheap when Walmart. He was in a Walmart exclusive, the John Walker one, and he went down to like $4 or $5, and I bought 2 of them just for the hell.
Yeah, man, that's worth it, dude. I mean, you get something like that.
Hell yeah.
Same. And some of the what if stuff is still there.
Yeah, same thing by me. I haven't been there in a while, but the last time I was there, it was just all the same garbage. And I was just like, I don't need any of this stuff. The only reason I'm still looking for because you sent me a totally awesome Hulk pieces. So I'm just trying to find possibly the rest of them. And
I decided I wanted to build him too. So I've been looking for him too.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to find pieces. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you got to get the worst 3 to get the torso and the legs.
I know, it's so annoying.
Just like I'm not gonna do anything with these bodies.
No, man,
0 chance. Yeah.
That's what happened with me in Blackheart. Like I really wanted Blackheart, but I'm like, do you really need a Vampire Storm? No, like I don't need that. Like I don't even
like that whole wave. Like none of that spoke to me. Like if I didn't already have a Moon Knight, okay, Moon Knight.
Yeah.
But every other figure, I was just like, man, this just is not my bag.
Yeah.
You know? But I knew, like, if I was going to buy them all, it was going to be, $120, $140, you know?
And I like Darkheart, but he's not worth that to me.
Yeah.
You know? Like, you got him at DFW. Like, I don't know if you don't mind me asking how much you paid for him.
Well, so I think there were 4 figures in that bundle that I did. So it was Blackheart, it was that Stephen Strange, Who else was it? Damn, I don't even know. They blend into my shelf now. I can't even pick them out. I don't know. There were 4 figures.
Okay.
Or maybe there was only 3 in that first one. But I think I gave him $170.
Okay. Rob was very disappointed in Blackheart. Why? Was Blackheart good?
Really? Oh man, I think he's a absolutely awesome figure.
He looked pretty sick.
He's really good. He's got the most up to date torso articulation. You know, the lower crunch and the top. You know, the ball joint style. He's really good. He's very posable. He doesn't stand particularly well because he's got those, demon feet. Where the three toes is what makes contact, and the rest of it's a 45-degree angle. And you're like, well, yeah, that's going to collapse.
Yeah.
But he has the tail, so if you get creative, you can kind of prop him up.
That's how I always stand Goliath, because Goliath's feet.
Goliath's a bitch, but it's because his wings are 50% of his weight, and they overhang everything.
Yeah. I got the.
At least he doesn't have that. His head articulation sucks. Oh, I will say that about Blackheart. His head articulation sucks. It's part of the hair, and now they're not doing the cutout. They're doing the ball and socket for the head.
Oh, come on.
So you can't actually like rock him back, and he won't hold because of his hair.
Yeah.
Like it's there, but that's one thing I probably wouldn't have updated on articulation. Like I'd have probably just left that legend style.
Ball peg on the neck. Yeah.
When you're doing like military stuff, the head doesn't need to go back a cartoon amount. But if you're doing something with Spider-Man, Wolverine, you need that head to go back like a comic book character because you're just trying to get those iconic poses. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. But they don't.
I will say that the head articulation sucks on Blackheart. That will be my critique.
Right.
But I do.
That's the only one. That's not because I remember seeing him on everybody like putting them together and shit. He looked pretty cool. I was like, all right. That's, But again, that's a niche character. You have to like know about that kid and really want him to spend $120 or whatever it is to buy the wave. And like I said, you're buying the wave, you're getting Vampire Storm, and Dracula was cool. Dracula was the only one from that wave that I wanted because I never had it. I like that Dracula, and I just like the armor.
The armor, it's a cool sculpt. It's a cool sculpt.
Yeah.
I will definitely agree with you.
At the time, I only got it because I wanted to put the Monster Force Dracula head on him. Because I wanted the Monster Force Dracula to have armor, but the heads were too small. And then I think my lovely wife said to me, she goes, "Why don't you just make him like his general?" And I said, "What?" She goes, "Well, you got Dracula from Monster Force in the suit." She goes, "That's his general. That leads his vampire army."
It's pretty good.
I said, "You are something else. That head is not just a hat rack. I'll tell you."
She's really immersed herself in the nerd culture.
Oh, she sure has. Yeah, she's a big old nerd. And
she had her own nerd things, but she's really adopted ours.
Mikey said he's impressed that you've been able to adopt our nerd culture so well. Oh, she grew up with it. Look how pretty she is.
She's fully immersed.
Oh, she is. She's balls deep, and she knows it.
Completely. She's balls deep.
She's balls deep, and she knows
she's
it.
Balls deep. Clearly. Clearly.
You ain't getting out of this one, lady.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I get what they were doing with that wave and it being a niche Build-A-Figure because it was kind of a niche wave.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that like hurt your sales on two sides? Like
exactly. Whereas
if you did like, I don't know, a Gold Team X-Men or something, and you did those popular characters, like, hey, the Build-A-Figure's, a Blackheart, and you're like, well, I don't care. I'm going to buy the things anyway, and I'll just sell the Build-A-Figure.
That's
win-win.
I think you would want to go with that. I hate the hiding of a cool Build-A-Figure under bullshit waves. That annoys me.
And most of them don't appeal to me. Like most Build-A-Figures just don't. And now we know if you just wait like a year or two, they release it as a $35, $40 figure. Like now he's okay. You know that you bought all that bullshit Age of Apocalypse figures. Here's Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
What kind of shit is this? Like that's why I when you gave me that Nightcrawler and I took that I don't even the character like his son from Age of Apocalypse, right?
Oh, Onslaught or something.
Yeah, whatever. I'm looking at the helmet and this thing, and I'm like, this is a cool figure. Do I want to build this wave? And then I'm like, If you just wait a year, he's probably going to come out as an exclusive or some shit, and then you just buy it then. And he'll probably even be more detailed because now he's just the figure. They just make the figure.
And he'll probably come with other stuff. He'll probably come with different arm attachments and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like one of those things.
He's a cool Build-A-Figure. That is a really good looking Build-A-Figure for a character I do not care about. That's a good looking figure. They did a nice job there.
Yeah. Some of the figures are cool, but like if I don't know who the hell you are, it's hard to even grow an attachment that way. It's like, yeah, it's a cool looking figure, but I'm not buying a whole fucking wave. I don't even know who. I'm
not buying a wave to build it. If it came with the wave, I'd keep it. But
yeah,
I'm not doing that. Now, anything is better than just substituting a Build-A-Figure piece for a plastic comic book. I will agree with that. But I know, whoa, now we don't even get a Build-A-Figure. I mean, I know we were bitching, but damn.
Yeah. You're bitching about figures, now you get plastic comics. You can't even open
now you'll get nothing and like it, you stupid fucks.
Yeah. I did like the little comic books. I may be in the minority.
It's cool, but it doesn't replace a Build-A-Figure piece.
No, that's ridiculous. They should have both. That's funny. I say Rob, see, he got Vampire Storm just in case they do the rest of Mutant X. You see, Rob, you read these like niche books and these stories and know everything about the character, so you understand like who that Vampire Storm is. I don't know any of this shit. I only know one Storm, the one from the Jim Lee comics. Like, I know, like, sounds stupid, but it's just that's all I need. I don't need a Storm with fangs. I'm good.
Yeah, like I mean, I don't know. There's some cool shit they could do. I would definitely like to see like, I'd like to see some more like comic what if stuff. Like I think the only one they've ever done is Venomized Punisher, who's come back several times, but that started as a what if.
Yeah.
You know? So like do some other what ifs. Like do the what if Wolverine was Lord of the Vampires, and you could do something with that. You could do,
that should have been the whole wave.
You could do some cool stuff. Just do what ifs.
Yeah. Well, so I'm glad you said you need, like, if anybody needed Moon Knight, it was a good figure. But you built, like, if that wave was going to build Blackheart, why didn't they all vampires, like you just said? Like, what if the Wolverine King of the Vampires, instead of giving us Helverine? What the fuck did we need that for?
Well, I think Helverine is because that's popular right now.
Is that what that is? Because I had no idea what that was.
That's something that's going on right now that brings into Marvel Comics, which the only thing they've done that with recently is movie stuff, and it bombs.
Yeah.
But that's from current comic books.
Okay.
And so I think they were just trying to bring those people in. Because if you get Wolverine, it doesn't come with the Build-A-Figure. So they're saving money on Wolverine no matter what.
Yeah.
So I think that's what that one was all about. I think. I
still don't get it. Did you want Wolverine to be a Spirit of Vengeance? Because I didn't really need it. No, what if
I'm a Danny Ketch guy. I like Johnny. I like John, but Danny's my Ghost Rider.
Yeah, because that's the one you grew up breeding, right? Because that's the one I remember. That fancy bike. Like I remember all that like futuristic bike and shit.
And I mean that's from the book Hearts of Darkness, where Punisher, Wolverine, and Danny team up against Blackheart. Like that was a book. That was a book like my dad read to me like it was a fucking bedtime story. So I love that story.
That's great.
I do not like the art. I do not like John Romita Jr.'s art, but I love the book.
That's great. Dude, I would have been cool with like a full on vampire wave that got Blackheart. I think that how it should.
That could have been cool. That could have been cool, man. I don't know. Either make it theme or just put him in as a Build-A-Figure, and
Helverine was the funniest figure of the year. Also, Dakin is the current Helverine.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't like his claws. The sun that come out from here, I think that's so dumb.
Yeah, I don't like Dakin's claws.
Be careful now.
I don't like Dakin at all. Actually,
Albino Cobra just rumbled into the stream. He just slithered in. He's like, this Albino Cobra's here. Yeah.
Look out.
Yeah. That too. I was literally thinking, and we will rock you.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
It's good to see you, Zane. What's up, bud? Oh my goodness. I didn't realize you had to put 40 pieces together on this thing. This is 40 to 48 pieces.
Yeah, it's like a 3-dimensional puzzle.
I did this for a Goku figure. I since then given that Goku figure to Felix because I don't collect Dragon Ball Z figures. But it was just like a gift given to me. And I was bored one afternoon, so I was like, let me just see what the hell this is. So I put it together. And it was cool that it's still articulated and you got to put it completely together. So to me, it was like a double shot.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't know if it was on it might have been on Figure Fight Club with those guys. And I said to Talib, I was like, I've been looking to try to collect Transformers, but I don't, obviously I can't get to scale Transformers. So I might as well just get something like this, small, that I just kind of put on the shelf because I just want an Optimus Prime to represent. I don't have an Optimus Prime.
Just some representation.
Yeah. I saw the Studio Series ones, and they look nice too. Like I saw like the Studio Series Optimus Prime, and I almost got that, but I was like, just get these for now and see. Don't start fucking going bananas.
Right. Get dragged into another line.
I don't need that right now.
No.
Not at all. Did you see that that Monster Force is having that exclusive at San Diego Comic-Con?
Yeah, I think they're supposed to have that as because it's a pre-order that you have to pre-order exclusively at one of the shows they're at this year.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
So I got it at Joe Fest.
Okay. I'm gonna have to find. Hopefully, they're at one of the things again.
He's cool, dude. I mean, he looks. Yeah, I really dig it. I think he's $40.
I like the idea of the General Raven head and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
I like that they always give you like options.
Well, and I like the head that he comes with is the same head that Chris made 2 years ago for 2 or 3 years ago for the Joe Fest workshop, the custom figure workshop for the Falcon. That head came with the Falcon kit.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. You're working it into the main line. Like that's really cool.
All right, so I don't have to be a rocket scientist to let you know that I just got Optimus Prime.
Oh,
yeah, one in red and blue. He's the only red and blue.
25% chance, right? Like there's like 4 out of 20.
Yeah. I don't know which one it is. Orion Pax. That's what I got just now. I guess that's Optimus Prime as a kid, which is weird because I didn't know robots aged. It's impressive.
Well, now you know.
Yeah. Is this Transformers 1? Has anybody seen that? Is that any good?
Everybody I have heard talk about it say that it is good.
Yeah, right. A few people I've seen they said it's not bad because I thought it was just I'm into it, Zakanan. yeah. I went to Walmart today because I was buying some stuff because we're going on a road trip on Friday, and I saw these there, and I saw the price. I couldn't believe it, so I was like, "Fuck it, let's grab them." So
why not?
Yeah, man, I'm into it. This is fucking crazy. How many does everybody have? You guys all collect these? I assume Zakanan collects them too.
I think he's got some blockies. I think he's gotten into it.
Okay, Orion Pax is Optimus Prime before he's a Prime. Oh, I just thought they called him Optimus like normal.
So he's subprime?
yeah, Optimus subprime. Like you got to put every little thing together. Holy shit.
That's not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, no, fuck, man. Hey. Oh, how you doing? You got a lot of shit.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing? Got a lot of shit.
Right. Take care, brush your hair.
Yeah, take care, brush your hair. You ever see a do these all go together the same way? I assume.
That I don't know. I've never messed with any of them.
I have no fucking idea, dude. I'm so confused. Oh no. Oh God, I'm lost.
Well, that's. I thought you were doing the John Travolta impression.
Oh, which one?
Almost weird.
I don't know. Would
I
you
don't
just
know.
watch the head? Come on.
I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, Sandy.
Sissy, what are you doing?
What are you doing to me? All right, so the chest, that's easy. It's easy enough. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out, right? But I'm kind of a moron, so we'll see how this works.
Zach says once you put a few together, you're
It all just rolls.
Yeah,
all
you
right.
really
Okay, so
you really got
let's
it
have
got
some
it
fun.
down.
All right, so let's figure it out. Thursdays at 9.
Yeah, that branding. Everybody's just unwillingly just doing the advertising for us.
Yeah. It's been shoved into our brains now. It's now
It
just
has.
like the nature.
All those shows of me and Zach making winks at the camera every time somebody just says it in normal conversation. Now it's baked in, baby.
Finally stuck. Fuck me.
It's pretty good. We got a bunch of a giant group of stoners to remember the same thing. It's pretty good. You think about it. That is no easy task, y'all.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so now this Orion Pax, I assume he just goes together the same way as Optimus Prime does, because he's literally sitting on the same line here. So I'm just gonna, I guess, the same way. I don't fucking know.
I don't want you to mess it up live.
That's all right. They're only $4.
Fair enough.
They're only $4.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I'll survive. Survive. I'll survive. Yeah, survive. Okay. That's cool. I love. I gotta watch Tropic Thunder again. It's been a while.
I
always give like you ever do that?
Let that go too long. You gotta read.
Yeah, right. You ever do that? Like you just gotta go. I gotta go back and watch that again.
All the time, dude. All the time.
This is his face. Look, even his face is a part. You gotta put like the little crown piece on his face. Like his face is by itself. It's crazy. I assume most of you guys have these because a lot of you guys were like, "Yeah, man, just put it together." Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just put it together,
Tony, you got blockies. You need to confess your sins to Father Talib. Well, that's who I spoke to.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to Talib about this shit.
Yeah, Talib's the one that got him hooked.
Yeah, Talib was like, "Yeah, no, you should get them. They're worth it." And I was like, "You lying to me, Talib?"
Ron was like, "Hey, Tony, come over here. Hey, you looking for some blockies?
Psst. I got your hookup right here, boy.
Hey,
yo, you need those blockies."
You just hit him. Right. He sounded like the Predator. Over here. All
right, so I got his head together. That's pretty cool. Look at us putting action figures together, Mikey. Isn't that? Is this where you think you'd be on a Wednesday?
God damn, we're crafty.
Look at us, sons of bitches. Just sitting here right now, putting shit together like real son of a bitches.
Take that, Miss Foster. I did amount to something. Yeah. I have an audience.
Blow it out of your ass.
Up your ass with mobile gas.
All right, so I got his crotch piece.
Yeah, you do.
And his ass piece.
Oh, careful. You're gonna get Fox all fired up. She's gonna be sending missiles.
Oh, what she's doing right now? I thought she'd be eating the Spanish food. She's probably taking care of the cats.
Eating the Spanish food?
Well, I ordered Spanish food for us. And then she, I think she went into the bedroom to put our. She's packing our clothes.
Oh, she's being responsible.
All right, so. Huh? I said, where'd you go? I didn't say anything about an ass. What are you talking about? Are you listening in there? I don't think you are because you just came in here and asked a question. I'm going to quiz you later.
You're going to get a quiz.
Fox will hear it and get upset. And you said, I don't know where she is right now. Just be saying, I'm listening.
Oh, well, how come you're not eating?
Huh?
How come you're not eating?
I'm packing. I'm waiting for you.
You are the sweetest. Oh,
What a gal.
what a
What a
gal. Mm. Even though she'll probably stab me at some point in my life.
Yeah, but what a ride, you know?
It's been a hell of a ride. Totally worth it. Totally
What a
worth
ride. What an experience it's been.
I mean, so what if she thinks I said something and winds up stabbing me because of what she thought I said?
Big whoop.
Doesn't
Forget about it, you know? That's only your problem temporarily. You'll be dead soon.
Yeah. All right. So this seems kind of self-explanatory once you kind of figure it out. Bink.
Hey.
Thursdays.
Oh.
See, now I got his body together. Oh my God, Optimus. Oh, little baby Optimus Prime is forming in front of us.
Optimus Prime.
Yo, Mikey, how funny would it be if I get all three Optimus Primes today?
That would be really funny.
That would
I
be
hope that's what happens.
This one is a secret. So it says Optimus Prime secret. I guess that's like the rare one or the variant. I really want Megatron. That's what I want. I like Megatron. I was getting a little warm. Did you got me a Canada Dry. That's all right. That's all right. I'll take it. You know my ginger ale. I'm very particular about my ginger ales. Yes, it's all right. You could have gotten Pepsi, but I appreciate you. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank
Are
you.
you particular about your ginger ales?
I'm very particular about my ginger ales. I like either Seagram's or Schweppes.
Oh,
Canada Dry can take a fucking walk.
well, it's Canadian, you know.
Yeah, fucking Canada. Sons of bitches. Imagine you have like 3 Canadians in here. They're like, hey, fuck you, eh?
There's definitely Canadians in here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I love Canada, by the way. Ooh, look at this, Mikey. Tres leche. Just take that in. Take that tres leche.
Dang, that looks good.
Ooh, it is so milky. You want me to
It's
show-
so milky. Oh, baby.
You know it's got 3 creams in it. You want me to show that?
Oh, Lord.
Is this flan cheesecake?
Oh, my God. You got to be kidding me.
Look at that flan cheesecake. You got a $9 super chat, bud.
God, that looks amazing. Oh, my God.
I know. You open this up.
Pablito!
Pablito, thank you, papi. We appreciate you.
Muchas gracias.
Oh, that's cheesecake, babe. I don't know if you can eat this.
Dang. Wow.
If worst comes to
Pablito,
worst,
thank you
we can
so
switch.
much.
You can have the tres leches. Oh, is it Spanish sauce? Yeah,
What?
right. I don't know what that is, but I'll take the
Spanish sauce.
Yeah. There's your delicious cake. Looks good.
Pablito.
This one's for you.
Don't be ashamed.
God, Mikey, it's nice to hang out with somebody who will sing Wayne Newton with me.
Oh, yeah.
Wayne Newton to my wife. She goes, "Who is that?" Why
I recall
Central Park involved.
how you tore that dress.
What a mess.
I
I
confess.
confess that's not all. Okay, the legs and arms are probably going to give me a problem here. Let's take a look. I don't fucking know. How do you put this together?
Pablito, thank you very much, dude. I really appreciate the
Yeah, hell yeah,
chat,
man.
and I really appreciated meeting you at DFW. That was really rad.
Oh, you met him at DFW?
I did.
Oh, super duper, man.
I did. Everybody was there except you and Fox.
Yeah. We were the
Not
only-
true. Not true. Jerky Boy and Gaines were not there either.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't think they would go.
No,
Yeah, right. Okay.
you weren't alone. There were other people.
At least were we at least missed? I think we were. A lot of guys wearing the Legend Series shirt, and man, thank you so much.
You were represented. You didn't have to be there to be represented. That's for damn sure.
That felt good to see.
Zach and Shane were definitely repping. Oh, they were repping the same shirt on the same day, like twinsies.
They better did that little NWO little fucking thing to each other. They got rocking those NWO shirts.
I think they did like a belly bump thing.
That's funny. I'll accept that too.
And if they didn't, I hope they don't say anything.
Yeah. Right. So.
The LSWA was definitely represented. I mean, you had Figure Fight Club, you had the 3POA, you know. I was there. Paulie wasn't there, but I was there.
That's all right. He knows that you were there.
Paulie's little brother Colby Pepperjack, he was not there either.
Colby Jack.
Colby Jack.
Hey, you got another super chat by Action Figure Addict, $2. What kind of brush do you use to paint eyes? Yeah, I'll pop it up for you.
Thank you.
No problem.
I use this Army War Painter Psycho. Is what I typically use. He's very fine.
Oh, see,
so fine, the camera refuses to pick it up. But it's there. Rest assured, it's there. You can get these on Amazon. It's relatively cheap for a very high detail brush.
No, eat.
But it's a good one.
I think I had Army Painter paintbrushes. They are pretty good. I will admit that.
Yeah, they're not bad. I like them because they're not super expensive, but they're not total crap.
Yeah.
I think that brush is like, I don't know, $12 or $14 maybe. It's pretty.
Yeah, those brushes
it's pretty
are
good.
a little. They're good, but they're worth it. They're like, I know, a little pricey, but they're worth it.
Yeah, but they're not like high end. Like they're not actual horsehair or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But they're pretty good.
My buddy Tom, one time, he takes boilers out of like rich people's houses and shit like that. That's what he does for a living. He comes over to the house after.
Do they know about it? Like,
yeah, no.
All right. Sorry, Tom, you just got outed.
Sorry, Tommy.
Whoops.
He comes over and he has this box, this Bob Ross painting kit, and I still use the brushes from that painting kit because it's got Bob Ross's name on it.
Right on. It makes sense to me.
I said, "Give me them shits. I'll take them shits.
I'll use that. That'd be mine."
All right, so I messed up and I didn't put these things on first, and now I have to start from scratch. But that's all right. You live and you learn, right?
Well, that's the idea.
Well, you hope
Sometimes
so.
not. Sometimes you don't learn. Sometimes you just keep fucking the dog.
If I could tell you how many times I yell at my wife because she doesn't listen and learn, she would come running in here and kill me at some point. Well, she's still in here.
Probably.
I'm still
Out of love, though.
Yeah. She's like, "What'd you say, motherfucker?"
Say it to my face.
I'm like, "I'm sorry." I think it goes this way. I don't have no fucking idea. I'm being outsmarted by a mini toy. There you go.
It's the Japanese. They bring it out of you.
I don't know, Lloyd. The French are assholes. Yeah, see, I'm having issues here. She shut the air conditioner off for me, and I'm sweating balls now.
Oh, no.
Lady, what are you doing to me?
You're tearing me apart.
Tearing me apart, Lisa. Fucking The Room. How many times have you seen that movie?
Probably 8 or 9.
I turned it on.
I didn't turn it off. You have the remote. How would I turn it off?
You hit the
Sorcery.
button, it was off. Yeah, you turned it off for the food, and I just turned it back on because you took your food and went. So I figure you got. Yeah, I'm sweating. I'm not taking the hoodie off because I'm gonna expose the guns. I can't do that to this chat room right now.
Let's see those nipples.
Are you gonna taste the flan?
Fox, if you make him take off that hoodie, we're gonna be gawking at your man.
That's right. Everybody's gonna be looking right at me, going, "Oh my
We're gonna
god!"
be looking at him.
She's got herself a man. Mikey said that if you make me take my shirt off, everybody's gonna be gawking at me, staring at me.
Yeah,
that's what he just said. He's gonna be fighting people.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying don't make him do it.
It's too sexy. Stop it. Stop it.
It's too sexy.
No, I told you.
Mm.
You just gave me 2 desserts.
Mm.
I didn't expect that to happen. Ooh, that's right, strudel.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a little strudel.
Just strudel.
The Rock used to say strudel for his penis. You know that, right?
I didn't know.
Mikey, am I allowed to say penis on your stream?
Sure.
I think he said sure. I can say penis.
What's wrong with penis?
Yeah, I'm not saying like nasty stuff.
Yeah, penis is the technical term. Of course, that's okay.
Yeah, that's allowed. Doctors use that word.
Penis is what they put in textbooks.
Yeah, sure. I don't see why. I don't ask because I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you want me to start asking for it? Well, gladly. You just said roadhead.
On his stream, do you want me to give it on his stream? You didn't ask him. You just said yeah.
Oh, so you want me to ask him if it's okay if I get head?
The joke is gone.
Oh, okay.
It's not roadhead if he's not driving. He's got to at least have the truck simulator going.
I'm really smoked. No, I'm confused because
That's just regular head.
she just loves me. This lady.
3 spoons and 1 fork.
All right. Well, we have a fork in the pantry, so I could use that one if you want to use those.
But you need this. You need a Spanish fork.
You need a Spanish fork, Mike.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's just not. It's just
Mike,
not
he
the
said you
same.
need a Spanish fork. How do you say fork in Spanish?
El Forco.
All right, so I had the thing on backwards. That was my issue. It's a learning curve, guys. Please bear with me.
Always.
Don't judge me.
You got a problem with the learning curve. You take it up.
Don't judge me, monkey.
Don't judge
Don't judge me, monkey.
me.
The phone's for you. I think it's the devil.
Oh, never throw a bomb, kid.
You never throw a bomb, kid, ever.
Oh.
How are my antlers?
Yeah.
I gotta get out of
talk
here.
like that when I get the lion.
You can't talk
Lions
like that when you're
eat
kids.
deer. That's true, kid.
Oh,
I love that movie.
Oh, favorite movie. He goes, "You want to borrow my birthday suit?" Nah, brown's not my color.
Brown's not my
I'm
color.
browns.
Dude, why didn't you answer your phone? It's hanging on my Christmas tree. It's July.
It's
Oh,
fucking
shit.
July.
It is?
It is? Get the fuck out of here. It is July. Why are you naked? I am naked.
Oh, so good.
I truly loved the one, like in the beginning when the guy goes, "They're not hookers, they're massage therapists. They massage a cock for money." Yeah, there's another word for that. Hooker. You're a hooker.
he dropped. This is like, isn't that it's like Kevin Nash? Isn't he isn't he the
guy? Yeah,
guy? You're a hooker.
you're a hooker.
I loved him so much.
I love her so much, Alex. Love who so much? The ladies at Madame Kamei's Filipino Palace. You've been spending our rent money on Filipino hookers. Not hookers.
They're not
massage
hookers.
therapists.
They got a word for that.
Yeah, you got a word for that? Hooker.
Hooker.
Yeah. You're a hooker.
You're a hooker. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there.
I can watch that movie literally every day.
It's so good. I think
Yeah.
I think in my dark years, I think I did watch it about once a day.
Oh, dude. I watched it so much as a kid. Now, here's the issue I'm having here. Hold on. His arms are black? His arms are black. Wait a minute. Then what's this gray one for?
You can't go to South Africa. You're blick.
I'm just fucking up left and right with this thing. Oh, here we go. Okay.
Well, you got to get the first one out of the way.
That's what it is, and then you start to kind of power through because now you know how to put it together.
Yeah, like if you've ever had to work on both sides of a car before, the first side takes like 4 hours, and then the next one takes 35 minutes.
That's usually true. Yeah.
How the fuck? This is fucking impossible. And you're like, oh, I missed a bolt, and then the next time, super fucking easy, barely an inconvenience.
Yeah, like, well, that was easy. That
Jesus
wasn't such a
Christ, I'm
chore
an
now.
idiot.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so how does his arms go now? Is that what that is?
What this you?
What the seals?
What this you? What's the damn Lamborghini Pajama Camel? Have you ever seen that video?
No.
Oh God, that's funny.
Okie dokie. I think we're getting somewhere now.
All right. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I think I got his arms.
Looks like we made it.
Oh, boy, you just hit me with some Barry Manilow. Ooh. I'm gonna watch it now.
Watch
Gonna
yourself.
watch this, Yes, sweet pea.
I just know because his face was oh, never mind. Bear just swatted her.
Oh no.
I like how you thought it was gonna be all cute, and he just swatted that bitch.
Just fucking dead.
He's like, "Fuck you, bitch."
Not in my house. I'll be goddamned.
I was here first, you bitch. I found. Have you seen those baby fucking memes now with the movie quotes and the shit? I sent you a couple, I think. I cannot get enough of it. Where it's like the
like
AI,
where they turn them into babies.
yes. Oh
Yeah,
my
I've seen
god, I
those.
am laughing so hard. I saw the Rick James one, and when he kicks the baby and the baby goes flying through the table, I laughed. I was laughing so hard this morning. My wife was like, "Why are you sending me these?" They're fucking hilarious.
I don't have an audience right now.
Yeah, I don't know who else to send them to.
Babe, you're all I got.
Oh, okay, you know what? I'm digging these little figures. These fucking guys are pretty cool. Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, respected members of the chat, Tony loves the Blockies.
They're pretty cool.
I had a real Jerry Seinfeld vibe
What's
on
the
it.
deal with these Blockies?
What's the deal with Blockies? Are they
What?
action figures or models?
What statues? I don't know. Okay. That's it, huh? That's all it takes. Or am I wrong? All right, how do we do the legs? So I am confused. Okie dokie. So let me grab his foot. What peg goes into his foot? Is it one of these, I assume? This goes there. That's his knee joint. I assume these are for the hands. There's only 3 of those? Or am I missing one? I'm probably missing one because I'm a clod. Jesus Christ. I don't fucking know. Is it this way? Yep. Okie dokie. Smokey. Yeah, that's another one. I saw Big Perm and Smokey from Friday, and oh my god, Big Perm as a baby. You go, what the
As
fuck?
a babe? Oh, that is good.
That's what I'm saying. And it's Smokey's like, you know how me and Craig do. We was getting high, you know, and he's like, what the fuck? That got to do with me. And it's like a little baby, and I just cannot stop laughing. I'm like, man, I wish that'd be so funny if babies could just talk like that. Oh my god, it'd make me laugh. I don't know why. Maybe it just could call it sophomoric, but when a little kid curses, it just always makes me laugh.
Oh yeah, it's great. I love those Facebook videos where there's one like Mom and I will send each other. That's one of the things like my mom and I share is the
Hell yeah.
kids swearing and stuff. Like there's like this one where this little like she is a little girl, like a toddler for sure, and she's she's waddling around because she's a fucking toddler, and she's like, oh damn it, oh god fucking damn it. It's like she's like so angry, but not really. She has no idea what that means.
Yeah. Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, god damn, you say, oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's like she's just obviously heard somebody like wake up in the morning and just immediately start swearing.
Yeah, like I said, kids, when they curse, man, they get me every time.
Yeah. It's a hell of a situation to be in because obviously you're not supposed to laugh at it and encourage it. But on the other hand,
You can't help
God
it.
damn it.
You can't help that. I can't help that. All right, so I thought those were for the hands. Apparently not. I guess they just give you an extra peg. I'll take that. They even give you 2 sets of hands, so you can have a fist.
Come on, Hasbro. What are you doing?
And look at this little stand. They got little stands.
It's a stand, man.
Look at that little stand. Yeah, you ever see that Bill Burr joke when he talks about the raccoons? You see the raccoons? They got little hands. They got little.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Right? He comes with a gun, which is pretty cool. So they said that the consensus in the chat was this movie's pretty good, right? Transformers.
That's all I've heard. I've not heard anybody crap on it. Like everybody I heard that saw it was like it was really good.
Yeah, right.
And honestly, the early reviews for Superman from people that I know have been very good.
Yeah, I'm open. I'm reserving judgment. Like I'm not gonna knock it until I see it.
I'm not going to knock it, but I will say, so far it's not enticed me to go see it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to boycott it because I probably wouldn't go see it anyway, because I just don't go to very many movies anymore.
Okay.
But before I say it's a steaming pile of crap, I'm going to actually watch it because that's how I feel you should.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I reserve judgment. If it's shit, it's shit. But at least I'll reserve the judgment if I don't.
Yeah, like I can say general consensus for the Snake Eyes movie is it was total crap, but I can't say it was crap because I never watched it.
Okay. Pretty cool, right here, Mikey.
That's pretty legit, dude.
Yeah, not bad for a $4 figure.
$4 figure, and it taught you something. You know, taught you how to build it.
Taught me patience, because that's what life is about. This fucking thing is slam. All right, so that's done. I got Optimus Prime as a kid. Orion Pax. Let's see who the next one is. If it's the same motherfucker, I swear to God.
Oh man, that's gonna be crazy if it is.
Did you see what I'm giving away for the Touch Grass Challenge? Did you see that on the?
Yeah, the Halo thing, the Halo
pretty good, right?
Sentinel deal. That's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah. So I don't know if anybody's in the Touch Grass Challenge, but if you are, you have an opportunity to win something cool.
I'm in it.
Yes, you are. You did a great picture. I saw it yesterday.
You did?
Yeah, great job.
Thanks.
Yeah, your tagging works. So anybody who tags me, I just put it in a saved folder on Instagram.
I figured both of you could get the picture and I could make a post and it would be a win-win.
Hell yeah. It was,
and I literally took the pictures while you and Shane and Dime and Woody were talking last night. I was literally outside in the fucking 3 feet of backyard I have posing all that shit. And I was like, somebody's watching me right now and be like, what the fuck is this nerd doing? I was laying on the pavement, like getting perspective and shit. I was into it, buddy.
Dude, that's all. I was just trying to show people how fun it is when you get into it.
I had like 2 boxes of figures. I was gonna do blast effects, and I was like, no, it's fucking hot out here. Like my balls are sticking to my leg. I'm gonna go inside.
Oh, right on. All right. So we already got a second person. I think it's Bumblebee because I'm seeing yellow. Yep. Oh shit! I just dropped pieces.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it hit my foot.
Oh god! They springboarded it into the ether.
Yeah. Babe, you there? She's on the room. Oh, she gave me back. Never mind. I got my phone. You gave it back to me. It hit my foot. Now, where did it go? No, there it is. Found it. And it was a knee joint, which would have sucked.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's impossible to move
didn't know
on.
you gave me back my phone. What is that?
The tag.
To what? Oh, what is that? Oh, okay. You doing the laundry? Thank you, baby. All right. So now that, like you said, now that you did the first one, the second one should be very easy.
At least you understand
The concept.
order of the steps.
Yeah, yeah. I'm happy that I already got two different ones because I didn't want to like the same. I didn't want to open it up.
If one of them's the same, whoever gets the touch scratch challenge is also getting a
I
block.
was gonna get one of these. You read my fucking mind, dude. Literally read my mind. Hey, Tony's Figs is in the house. What's up, bud?
Tony, hey, how you doing?
Tony, it's you, Tony.
Tony, baby, how you doing?
Yeah. All right. Where's his face? There it is. Like you even put the eyeballs in.
Now, that is crazy.
Yeah.
That's some sideshow shit.
That's fucking weird right there. You put the eyes in.
I don't like putting the fucking eyes in. I shouldn't be touching his fucking eyeballs.
Yeah, touching his fucking face right now. It's like, what is going on here inside his
Makes
skull?
me fucking uncomfortable.
Very confusing. But you know what? He's a fucking robot.
I also kind of like it, you know.
I also like it. It turns me on a little bit. You get it?
I like
She's gonna come out and go, what turns you on? And she's gonna stand there. Watch. I give it about 10 seconds before she walks in here because it's gonna have to register in there about 30 seconds. It's a delay. Right? So, I love you. I love you.
like a Swiss watch.
Just in case, yeah, you can bring it. Yeah, that's fine. I love my lovely lady. I'm glad you
Well,
get my
she takes good care of you, so you know we obviously like her too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She puts a smile on my face. That sexy ass lady.
I've heard that's not all she does, so that's
You
good.
have no idea.
That's good for both of you.
You have no idea, Mikey.
I have more of an idea than anyone really should.
Yeah.
She's very open about it.
She doesn't pull no punches. No.
No, she does not. She does not. She's very open about it. God bless her.
Alpha Red is here. What's up, Alpha? It's good to see you, bud.
What up, Alpha Red?
What's up, buddy?
What up, dog?
Yeah, Menjoza, you took a shit ton of pictures for the Touch Grass Challenge. I appreciate you.
Did you? Menjoza put in a lot of entries.
He did. Yeah, he did.
Attaboy.
But I'm glad. Like I said, I was just trying to show people that you could have a lot of fun with these things. You just got to not worry.
Menjoza does a lot of figure photography, right? Like that's something he actually practices and stuff. Like,
and it showed because it came through a lot of great fucking pictures, man.
I'll say I've seen other photos he does, and they're very good.
Yeah,
Good
hell
pictures.
Yeah.
Like
your mom's laughing at what my wife said. My lovely lady. She is my lovely lady, that one. All right, so these are obviously his legs now that I figured it out.
Oh.
That's right. You saw what I just did there, folks. I'm only seeing one of these small yellow things. Why? Oh, hello, Bumblebee.
You bumble bitch.
I can hear the cat from here. Jesus Christ. What's his legs? I got one. Why do I only have one?
Is the other one somewhere in the ether?
I hope not. I mean, I sure hope not.
I hope not.
Anything is possible at this point. Okay, so that's the one leg. I don't think there's nothing else in here. I mean, it just kind of spilled out right in front of me, which sucked.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it fell, so I'll look. What the hell is this? There's those two of those. There's probably the shoulder bells.
Hail.
Those are the feet. He gets his own gun too. Okay. All right. Okay. Like I said, for $5, if you like Transformers, why the hell not?
Sure.
You know. Like I said, I'm not. I sold all my Transformers. I only had a couple, but I had like the regular Hasbro ones.
Mm-hmm.
And
Like
I
the
know,
OGs.
yeah. And I was just kind of like, I'm never using these. I might as well just get rid of them. So that's what I did.
Oh, that's
Baron, your mother's in the other room. Jesus, bud.
Baron, get it together, man.
Dude, like, you're making us look weak as a unit.
People at home can hear you, Baron.
Hear you on the internet. Baron, you're making me look bad.
You're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
You're making us look stupid. What the hell is this piece?
Oh, that's never.
Oh,
good.
it goes on his shoe. Okay.
On his shoe. He's a transformer. Why does he have shoes?
I don't know. He's got the newest kicks. You understand?
Oh, he's a shoe guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoe guy. All right. So
Nothing-
there's got to be a
Nothing wrong
yellow
with
piece
the
somewhere.
shoe guy.
Let me let's see here. All right, so these black shoulder pieces go here. Donkey chains? No. Where do they go? There you go. They go there. Like that. Okay, so yeah, there's a leg somewhere around here.
Scheisse.
Okay. This. Yeah. Okay. Can I turn the light on? You sure can. What are you doing? Why do you need them on? Everything okay? All right. She left again. She asked me to turn the lights on. She leaves the room.
That's love.
So you tell me to turn the lights on. You left the room. I was like, where the hell she go? All right. So I got to look for a yellow piece. Oh, come on. Bring what? If you want to use it as a blanket, I guess. Oh, yeah, sure. Hands in a stand. All right, so we have faced our first problem. I can't find the guy's thigh. I got his arms. I got his head. I'm not seeing that thigh piece. I don't know where the fuck it went.
That's not good.
Yeah. I got two more.
Baron, come over here and help your dad find this damn thing.
Yeah.
You have a shot at redemption, son.
He don't even answer. Baron, you're a son of a bitch.
Oh, it's terrible. Oh.
He's like, well, what do you want from me? All right. The only thing I felt hit my foot was that little, that small little piece. I don't think there was another one that hit my foot and fell.
Maybe it didn't hit your foot. Maybe it bypassed it.
Well, you know what, you sly son of a bitch. I think you're right. 'Cause I just found it on the floor here and didn't know. Well, there you go.
Speaking from somebody that drops shit fucking constantly.
Does it drive you crazy when it hits you, and you felt it hit you, and then you still can't find it? Because that drives me up a wall.
Yes.
Or you hear it bounce, and you're like, I heard it. I know I heard it. You're like,
Dude,
right
when
here.
I hear it, it's the worst.
Yeah.
I still can't find a head of a figure that fell off the fucking shelf like 3 months ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That would drive me up a wall. I had old man Logan on the shelf one time. He fell, and I lost his hat. And I literally teared my the whole area apart just to find the hat again.
I've cleaned in here. I've moved shit around. I've checked under everything I can think to check under. I have no idea where the Alan Scott head that I painted for my Green Lanterns. No idea where it is.
Oh shit!
Not a freaking clue.
Get what?
And
Yeah, it was at Marshalls. Yeah, Marshalls.
ooh, Marshalls.
They're O'Neill board shorts. I just like them. They're very comfortable.
I get that.
All right, Bumblebee. Or should I say B127? I see you.
He knows.
I hated the shit in the movie where he just talked through the radio. It annoyed me.
I wasn't a big fan of the Transformers.
The films, yeah, right?
I mean, I was never a big fan of Transformers anyway.
In general? Okay.
But I was like, why is this necessary?
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Why are your characters already starting with like physical issues? Like,
Yeah. I just dropped his hand. Goddamn, I got the dropsies right now. Well, Bumblebee looks like getting 2 fists.
Bumblebee and Butterfingers over here.
That's true. There you go. And there is Bumblebee. And he gets a little nice gun. You get a little laser pistol. And you get to stand next to Optimus Prime on my shelf now. See?
Oh,
Look at Bumblebee.
what an honor, Bumblebee.
And Ori and Pax. Look at these two.
Sheesh.
Not bad. I'll take it.
I hope the next one's Megatron.
You and me both, my friend. You and me both. Because he's the whole reason I bought these things. Well, he's the whole reason. Like I bought 2 in the afternoon, and then when me and my wife went for a hike, I went back and bought 2 more. Yeah, you can turn it off for a little bit. Thank you. All right, so here we go. Here's another one. How's everybody doing so far? I appreciate everybody hanging out. Hasbro Pulse Power Day sales are meh. Hulkbuster Iron Man is only 15% off. The hell? John Battles in the house. Hey, John. Just
What up, John?
What are you working on, Mikey? Mikey is working on Shadow Force. What was the name of the game again?
Shadow Ops. I made it up. It's not a real thing. Yeah, Shadow Ops Action Assault.
Yeah.
Let me show you.
You're currently painting camo. Is that what you're doing?
That is what I'm doing.
He's painting camo on there, John. Hey. Kiwi, GI Joe Customs and Collectibles is in the house. What's up, bud?
Oh, what up, Kiwi? How you doing, brother?
Let's see.
So this figure build I'm doing now is roughly based. So the kit is for these. This is the Palatoy Action Assault figure. This is the winter one. So this was the first one I did. So he's got the backpack, and you stuff a little ladder in there, and it folds out. So this is what this kit is supposed to be. This kit is supposed to be a tribute to this little guy.
Yeah.
So this one I'm doing now is kind of a combination of that and the SAS figures.
Oh.
So this is Sparrowhawk. This is their paratrooper.
Okay.
And he's my favorite out of all of them. So I want to do an Action Assault with this kind of appearance.
That's awesome, dude.
So that's what I'm doing. It's kind of a combination of ideas.
Oh yeah.
But basically, I took the Snake Eyes, the one that came with Timber, and we're just going to add camo and paint the accessories, and it'll kind of be like a short and easy thing. Like anybody could add camo on top of a figure. There's no joint prep because you're really not painting the joints. You know, you can avoid them creatively and get away with it. So that's what I'm doing.
That already looks awesome, bud.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's already looking good. And I'm over here putting together the Blockies Transformer figures.
That's right.
That's what I'm doing.
Did you open another one yet?
Yeah, I have Hound, the green one.
Hound. Okay, all right. You're moving right along. You got 3 different ones.
3 different ones. If I get all 4 different, Mikey, tomorrow I will go buy more.
Well, that's the sign of a positive experience.
Yeah. I like these. These are pretty cool. Because like I said, when I put together that Goku one, I don't really, when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, I watched it as a kid, but I wasn't like, I didn't live and die by it. So I'm not a big, major fan of it. So when it was given to me as a gift, I was like, I really don't But let's just see what it's about. And I put it together, and I thought that was great. This was very similar to that.
Okay. Now, see, I was never Dragon Ball Z. I remember watching it when I was a kid because I think it came on like after Power Rangers.
Yeah, in the afternoons and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so I already had my pajama bottoms like tucked into my socks, so I felt like a ninja, and so I just kind of watched it, but I never really got into it.
Yeah. See,
And then
Dragon Ball
shortly
Z-
after that, like the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff kind of started coming. I'm like, I don't like any of this shit. What is this called? And then once somebody called it anime, and I'm like, okay, I don't like that. We're not going to do that.
Yeah,
I'll go back to watching X-Men cartoons and Spider-Man.
I was talking about it yesterday on Shane's thing. Like anime just didn't do it for me. I don't understand.
No.
I didn't understand it.
No, it doesn't. Like I understand, like some of the storytelling is like top tier, and I've tried several times to like get into it, to like watch it, and the art distracts me every time. Like it prevents me from getting into it.
Do you know what distracts me?
Boobs.
The noises they make.
Oh God, I hate
when
that.
he's like, like, what the fuck? I've never heard a human being make that noise. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's just like weird little things, like the music when you're like it's a serious moment, and then they have like this weird like upbeat music, and you're just like, well, that didn't fit. I don't know how many times I've like that didn't fit. I don't know what the fuck they did that for.
I always tell Zach like the thing that bugs me the most is like two guys are facing off. One, they're like charging at each other, and there's always somebody watching just doing this.
Yeah, and like, I can't believe it. Like, yeah,
like how long is this guy? You know what it feels like in Quest for the Holy Grail when the guy's just watching Lancelot run across the field for like way too long. That's what that feels like. Except it's not supposed to be funny. You just this guy. And I don't know where they found this triangular vein thing. I don't know where that came from.
In their forehead, right? Yeah.
Every character that's under some kind of duress, that forehead.
And I never understood the giant square eyes. Like I'm talking about Dragon Ball Z, those giant like weird looking fucking eyes.
I don't get it. And only the Asian characters have them. It's like they're compensating with their art. They're like, I don't know. I think it's a subconscious. I'm sure we do it with something. Where you're like, yeah, well, Americans do this. I'm like, oh, yeah, we do that. That is stupid.
Now that you mention it. It's like,
yeah. Yeah, well, at least we never put nipples on a bat suit and be like, well, you got me. That's true.
Yeah.
Good point.
True. I can't argue with you, dick.
All right. Fair point.
Oh, you see, this guy has an extra piece that you put in his chest. I was looking at his chest going, what the hell is that? Like, it doesn't look right.
Hell?
And here it is. There it is right there. Okay. You put that there. You put that there, and then you put this here.
Put that right there.
And it goes in. Oh, shit. This looks like Iron Man.
I heard a really satisfying click. What happened?
I just clicked the chest in together.
Oh, shit, I got something out of that.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, that was satisfactory.
Satisfying. As all things should be.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm in on these things. I didn't think I was really gonna care about them.
Like I sold him.
Yeah. Goddamn
Talib.
Yeah, Talib, you son of a bitch. I'm just kidding.
Talib, everybody's favorite blocky drug dealer.
He's like, first one's free.
That's right. You thought they were $4 today, but tomorrow when you go back, they're $9.99.
You're like, wait, what? That's right. Get 30% discount. Yeah. First time buyer.
That's right.
Like Felix went to Michigan, right? He did the wrestling thing in Michigan.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, yeah, I went to a dispensary out there. I was like, cool, man. And I was like, how much was it? You spent a lot of money. He goes, no, they gave me a 30% discount. So I went back for 3 days in a row. I said, boy, they saw you coming a mile away, didn't they? They're like, just give this dummy a 30% discount. He'll be back tomorrow.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
He'll come back tomorrow.
I'll tell you, if I go into a shop and they're like, hey, man, I give you 30% off, I'm going to go back. Like, you just gave me that like right out of the gate. Like, yeah, okay. Now you've got my business until you burn me, or I find out that 30% was still 10% above everybody else.
Yeah, bro. That works. He told me, he was like, they were so cool. They were so like, helpful. They told him what like he came back with like the joints with the infused wax in it.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, bring that. These are his arms.
Fucked up in style.
Yeah. So Kanan wasn't kidding. You do 2 of them, and then from that point on, it's very easy to put the rest together.
Congratulations,
I said,
Zach. You
Kanan
aren't a
said,
liar.
it's easy to figure these out. Yeah, once you put 2 together. You are, because no one said 2 women, not one.
Pervert.
I know. Mikey called you a pervert.
Well, that is true, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not an accusation. You've literally made it a point.
No, yeah, he says it's not an accusation. It's a fact. You're
That's not based on my opinion. That's based on things you've said and done.
Why? It's all the anime she watched growing up. That's what she
I
just
believe
said.
that. I believe that. Yeah.
Dude, she started watching this show on MTV called Caught in the Act.
Is
Double
that with the
Life.
cheaters?
Yeah, but there's another one now called Double Life, right? Where they're living like 2 lives. And this one she watched yesterday was a guy, this lady claimed to save this guy's life because he was like homeless.
Oh,
And then you find out that he's still pretending to be homeless. And he has a $600,000 brownstone house that he paid for just by panhandling. It was so crazy. I
I've
said to my
definitely
wife, "You
heard
can't
of
watch
things
this."
like that happening.
Yeah. I said, you can't watch this shit. It brings out the worst in people.
Boy,
Like
it
you
does.
see the worst of humanity and you're like, man, fuck this. Can you imagine the ginger ale? You can have it. Here. Take the ginger ale now.
He doesn't like the Canada Dry. It's
I don't like
okay.
Canada Dry.
Do I get credit for trying to be nice though?
I don't know. I don't know if I should give you credit for that or if I should accuse you of buying Canada Dry on purpose so that you could drink it later.
How am I supposed to know? I thought it was gonna come in a bigger thing.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He thought it came in a bigger thing.
Wow.
Zakanin is bouncing. Bye, Zakanin.
Zach, I thought you were already gone. It's past 8. I had already written you off, buddy. And I'm not mad about it at all.
Yeah. Where's that other bag with his hands and shit?
His hands.
There they are. As always, I appreciate you for letting me on here, Mikey. Thank you.
Oh, I always have a good time with you, pal.
Yeah, man. Much appreciated, bud.
Sorry. It takes away from your truck driving.
Nah, don't worry about that, man. Don't worry about that. My wife is very happy that I'm on here with you doing this now than that later, because then we don't have to stay up all night. You know.
Okay.
You got another $5 super chat, buddy.
What the hell?
From Patrick here. Like,
Patrick Strauko.
Falcon you made for AR and your dad. How much to make me one? He's asking you to make.
Oh man,
yeah.
That's a hard one, dude. Like that kind of time. That would probably be a $300 paint job.
Ooh.
Like a normal one would be like 2, but that one that took like 20 hours.
Oh shit.
It's a lot.
Yeah, hell yeah. But as someone who has bought your work before, it would be worth it. So if you have a
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. I have a couple pieces of your work. And
you do. And I yours.
Well, thank you very much for that as well. That was a privilege and an honor to make, my man.
I'm glad you actually kind of end up liking the idea too. That's pretty cool.
Dude, I never did those before, so to do those, it was fun, man. And like I said to my wife, it actually inspired me to maybe start doing those and going to like toy shows and trying to sell them or swap meets, trying to trade for like toys and shit like that.
I think that'd be cool, man. Even if you did on Etsy, where you did like a platform. You're like, hey, if you want, one of these, whatever, 13 by 13 dioramas, you know, you could kind of build it out with options, and they could like submit a form, and you could do them.
That's actually a pretty good idea. Look at the screen one.
Well, that's pretty cool. That's Hound.
Hound, yeah.
That's pretty rad.
But we got one left. Fingers crossed that it could be Megatron. If not, I want it to be Ironhide because I just want to keep it going.
Hell yeah.
This blade is so dull. Jesus Christ. How's the food? Is it good, baby? It smells good. Where'd you order from? Nellie's? Yeah, I told you Nellie's was good.
I thought she said smellies, and I was like, well, I'm glad it smells good.
Smellies. He thought you said smellies.
Yeah, like I don't know. I mean, that could be like the name of a bodega. You know, it wouldn't deter me.
Yeah, probably. Because it always smells good. It always smells good in it.
Yeah, dude, every time I walk by Smellies, it smells so good. And be like, well, that makes a lot of sense. It's appropriately named.
Right. So we have Orion Pax, B127, and Hound officially. Let's see who the last blocky is.
Right on, Pat. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for the super chat, dude. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Death Tracker. That's who
Oh,
the last person is.
so what's that look like?
We will find out, as he is
Yeah.
definitely a Decepticon.
I would hope so. My God.
Put a name like Death Tracker.
Yeah.
You'd
I
have
don't
to
think you're gonna find that on children's bedding. Mom, I want Death Tracker pillows.
Okay, we'll see, sweetie.
I find them. Okay. Well, we'll just have to talk to Grandma and Grandpa.
You're gonna have to ask Santa Claus.
Well, if you're a good little shit, maybe Santa will bring you something this year. We always had a thing in our house or our family. My papa would call him the Redbird.
Okay.
So he would say the Redbird's watching. So it also worked with Cardinals, which he was a big fan of Cardinals.
Okay, hell yeah.
And so he would be like, oh, the Redbird's watching. And that could mean like there was literally a cardinal outside, but it represented like Santa.
Santa's watching. You better be
Right.
behave, essentially.
Like,
Yeah.
and he would say it like facetiously, like, you wouldn't eat like part of your pork chop or something. Well, Redbird's watching. You're like, yeah, I know, Papa. Because he was kind of a shitster himself, for being a man of the cloth. He liked to shit stir quite a bit. He used to, for Christmas and stuff. He always fucked with my dad. So like they would get him GI Joe stuff, right? So like they'd get him like 12-inch GI Joe was what was popular at the time. That was what we were doing a lot with. And I remember one year he got him this. It was like a buggy, and it was like a good guy vehicle and a bad guy vehicle, and it came in a big 2-pack, and each one had figures with it.
Okay.
My papa literally opened the box and swapped out the figures for like cheap, shitty ones and hid the other ones. So like dad opens it and this is like, my dad is probably 30 at the time. Like he opens it and like, like he plays it off because you don't want to be like ungrateful because it's
Yeah,
like a gift, but he's fucking with you. So he'd be like, ah, what do you think about that? You think about that, Johnny? And he'd be like, that's really nice, Dad. I think it had some different figures. And he'd be like, come over and he'd be like, well, I think that's how I bought it. I'm pretty sure. And he'd be like, oh, I don't think so. And it would go on like all day because he was such a shit about it. And then like eventually like he would like bring them to you, or he'd have you go do something where you'd find them like in the basement, And he's like, hey, I found these in your office. Like, oh, what are those doing there? Like,
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Oh,
I didn't know
man,
you
yeah.
were there.
I loved that shit, man. He lived for it.
Yeah,
Loved
they would do that shit to me. My mother, like one time, I begged my mother for Sonic versus Knuckles. I was like, please, I just want that game so bad. And she's like, all right, well, listen, it's expensive, so I don't get your hopes up. That's what she would say. And I'd be like, okay. And then like Christmas came around, I opened up everything. I was so mad because there was no Sonic and Knuckles. And sitting there just upset, and she goes, "Hey, why don't you open this one up? It's got, I know it's closed, and I know you're unhappy, but just finish opening your presents." And I opened it up, and it was like a shirt. So like you got fooled. Like you opened up, it was a shirt folded. So I was like, "Oh, it is a shirt. It is a shirt." And then I opened up the shirt, and as I opened up the shirt, out of the shirt, if the game fell right on my lap.
Oh,
And I
hell
look
yeah.
down at the game, and I look up at her, and she's like, "Did you honestly think I wasn't going to get it for you?" I was like, "You bitch."
And now, thanks a lot, Mom. I have trust issues.
Yeah, not because of you. I don't trust anybody.
Yeah, I will still do that. Like for my mom's side of the family, we do like a name swap, like just a simple name swap.
Yeah.
And depending on who I get, I'll mess with them. Like there was one, like my Aunt Katie, I got her like 3 years in a row, and she just wanted like a gift card to like a women's clothing store, like Maurice's or something.
Okay.
And so I was like, all right, well, man, it takes the fun out of it for me. Like I actually like buying gifts and stuff. So it like takes the fun out for me just to go get you a gift card. So I have to have some kind of fun with it.
Yeah,
so I literally bought her the gift card and stapled it to a chunk of 2x4 and then wrapped the 2x4. And she was like, what the hell is this? She opened it and there's the card stapled to the 2x4. I have to get something out of the gift experience, like other than seeing you happy because I got you exactly what you wanted.
Yeah.
When there's no hunt or creative part to it, it just doesn't do as it's just not as cool. It's just not as good
fun. Yeah, that definitely.
Yeah, I don't get the satisfaction. Whereas, like my Uncle Adam wanted me to make a model of the truck he wanted to build. Like he had the truck and he wanted it to look. It was like the fall guy truck.
Okay.
The old C-150s or whatever. And he wanted one of those, and he wanted it two-tone. So he wanted it black on the top and the bottom and silver in the middle.
Okay.
So I painted that for him. Like that gave me satisfaction because I made I made it. And then my cousin's wife, I got her name. So I was talking to my cousin Noah, and I was like, what does she want? Like, what's something she's talking about? And she's like, well, she wants a coffee cup holder, like a rack. And I was like, okay. So I made one. I got a wood and I put like a little rotisserie in it and covered it with hooks and stuff. And it could hold like, I don't know, 8 coffee cups, I think.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I've made it and stained it. And I was like, obviously this is more than, if you charge labor, like this is more, but with Christmas, you can ignore labor, you don't have to worry.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's part of the gift, right?
No, hell yeah.
So I made of that, and then it was like, very rarely do I actually get to really use the creative part, So when I do, it's really exciting for me.
Oh, that's good, dude. Did they like it? Did she like the?
Yeah, she did.
Thing, right?
She was like, "This is awesome."
No, that's awesome too. All right, so here's my confusion.
What do we think, people? It's kind of a tiger stripe pattern. It's light. It's not real bold.
Good. That looks really good. Holy shit, dude.
I think that's pretty cool.
Hell yeah. That looks fucking great, man. All right, so now I'm trying to figure out. All right, so it goes on this way.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Stacy.
I am a... Oh, you stupid bastard. There you go. There it is. Okay. So this death one is much cooler.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like I said, didn't think I was going to be into these, to be quite honest with you. But they're pretty badass. Yeah, holy shit. Not like I pay for just little things that you can put together for $4.
Yeah, well, at that price point, like, damn, dude. I mean,
yeah, for real.
You got pretty low expectations, right? I mean,
yeah, did not expect these to be.
You're expecting like the Final Faction stuff from frickin' Dollar Tree, and you get actually something that's actually pretty badass.
dude. For
Not that the Final Faction stuff isn't cool. It's just
Dollar Tree stuff.
you can tell like they don't have much of a budget.
Yeah. That's like an actual comic too, isn't it? Or they're trying.
I think they've got their own comic book and everything. Pretty neat. It's cool to see little toy companies do cool shit too. Like even with, like I said, like they don't have capital, like they don't have money to do anything wild.
Yeah.
But what they're doing is pretty cool for what it is.
Hey man, listen, somebody who goes to the Dollar Tree will wind up saying, "Oh shit, look at this cool little action figure set."
Yeah, I mean for me, like I can remember going to that shit with my mom, and
Yeah.
while I wasn't gonna get like a $10 GI Joe, I could probably swing a Hot Wheel. Like I could probably swing a Final Faction figure. Like that's.
I'd be okay with that because I've seen that shit there. I usually, when we go, it's never anything good though. They don't have like full figures. It's just like weird, not even good accessory packs. Like you can't even really use them because I've seen people like recycle their accessory packs and put them on like vehicles and shit as like guns.
Oh yeah,
like turrets and shit. That's pretty cool. But whenever I go, they don't ever have anything good.
I've picked up some cool stuff. Like they had a little mech thing, like
Okay.
that little wing pack. Like I don't know. I thought I saw it cool, and it was like they're like $1. Like I was like, even if I don't do anything, what am I out? $1.
You're at $1. Yeah.
Yeah, no big deal, right? I've wasted
Yeah.
more than that on bigger things.
Facts.
You know?
Facts. All right, so this one isn't clicking in as easy because I'm doing it on the wrong side. Let me see the shoulder. Are we gonna pass Gettysburg? I don't know. Possibly. Yeah, possibly. Why? You want to go to Gettysburg, don't you? Huh? You want to go to Gettysburg, don't you?
I want to run into a battlefield.
She's
Yep.
like you're married to General Custer over there.
Yes.
I just want to run into a battlefield.
Yeah. I'm gonna run over the battlefield. Don't wait up for me. I'll be back.
I want you to chase me on horseback.
Yay.
Who?
My favorite cryptid.
Your favorite cryptid? The squonk. Yeah, the squonk.
Tell them about the stuff.
The squonk is a cryptid that is.
It's a fat pig with wrinkles, and it just cries because of how ugly it is.
Did you hear that?
I did hear that, and I think I've seen those at the bar around 2 a.m.
He said he thinks he's seen those at the bar around 2 a.m. That's good. That's good. All right, so this motherfucker goes.
And that was also funny when he said the thing about how, like, I'll stab you, and it's like, it was a good run.
Yeah, for real. You won't stab me? Well, that's good to know.
Not a lethal stab.
Yeah, unless you give me a reason to.
Yeah. Unless you keep fucking up stuff, I'm gonna have to do something.
I fucking got to do it right now. And I'm like, babe, no. The what? That's another cryptid?
Oh, they got mountain lions.
I thought you were talking about a Camaro.
They got giant snakes and thunderbirds.
All right, well, Tony's not going anywhere if there's a giant snake. I told you that already.
Oh, snakes aren't so bad.
Yeah, you can have fun with them. Uncle Tony does not fuck with snakes.
As a resident of Missouri, I don't have much of a choice.
Yeah. He said as a resident of Missouri, he has no choice because they have a lot of snakes out there.
Really?
Yes.
Isn't that where Felix was?
Felix was in Michigan.
Oh, both at MI.
That is true.
That is very true.
One of
So-
3.
I'm very happy to report that I got 4 different robots,
I can't wait for this one.
none of which were Optimus Prime except for Orion Pax. But do we count him because he's not a Prime yet?
I don't feel like that counts.
No, right? That doesn't fucking count. It's like, you loser. You're just
Yeah.
Orion.
You're just a regular Optimus.
Yeah, you're just a robot.
You're a gobit.
He's like, "Yo, shut up!" He gets angry. He calls him Gobit. Optimus, you're just nothing but a gobit.
Yeah, if you're not prime, you're a go. But
Wait, he's in Michigan?
No, he's in Missouri.
Oh.
Felix
So
was in Michigan.
Felix was in Michigan. So this is the death tracker right there. Pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Little
That's
badass
pretty
figure.
cool. I like that.
Badass figure.
I just found something crazy.
So now I owe it to myself, Mikey, to procure Megatron, right?
Obviously.
I mean, I have to now buy more because I have to get Megatron. Yeah, because now I want him, and they have one called Sentinel Prime. I don't know who the fuck Sentinel Prime is.
Sounds pretty cool.
Sounds cool, yeah. But and I need Ironhide. Ironhide kind of looks exactly like the green one, just red. So, if anybody's wondering, these are awesome. I would recommend. Would recommend. Yes.
Would recommend.
Peter Kane, right?
Yeah.
His hybrid child. They have a thing called altitudes, and they're 4-foot tall Bigfoots, and they're in Pennsylvania.
Well, you know how they got here because Peter Kane got taken advantage of in the Dry Creek bed.
Yep, those are his children.
Those are his children. Those are my half Sasquatch children. Man,
Half squatches.
they're half Squatches. That's good. I call them half squat.
Yeah, that's exactly. Does he want to come too?
Does he want to come? Yeah. So I like the little stand. A little black stand. It's pretty good. I'm in.
Pretty rad.
Talib, you shisty son of a bitch. You got me in on him.
Way to go, Talib.
You limey fuck. Be careful. Don't talk about Zakane in that way.
He can't hear you. He's in the 3POA now.
That's true. He belongs to the 3POA now. Yeah, is it a cryptid group? Could be. All right, so
No, they got their ass beat. Thanks to Mega Powers boys, including myself and Woody. Whoop them little tricks.
facts. Lunchbox Killer, you sent me an image. Thank you, bud. I'll look at it and I'll save it.
I hope
I'll save it with the rest. Thank you so much, man. What's up?
They have Squawkapalooza on August 2nd.
I don't even know what that is.
So CryptidCon.
CryptidCon.
Oh, and where is it?
Pennsylvania.
When? When?
It's right back to August 2nd.
Oh. That's SummerSlam weekend.
No.
Oh, that's going to be a problem.
You know what is part the problem is I don't know if I can watch all of fucking how come I'm not seeing your message, Lunchbox? Was it an old one? You sent me a while back. The problem with SummerSlam is now it's 2 full days, and I just can't do that much wrestling anymore. Like after WrestleMania and all of this shit's too much, man. You gotta bring it in a little bit. Yeah, I'm not seeing
Is
your
that-
message.
What's
What happened?
like this? What's like the standard?
The standard is Sunday night, 8 to 11, 3 hours.
Oh God!
Now they're
that's a
fucking
lot.
now their pay-per-views are 2 days long, and they're like 4 or 5 hours a piece. It's like
Holy shit!
it's ridiculous, man. And then on top of that, every independent promotion under the sun comes to wherever that's going to be now and run all this shit. So it's going to be fucking. It's in Jersey too this year, so it's going to be crazy.
So you need LSWA needs to make an appearance. Is that what you're saying?
That'd be sick. I wish.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, Lunchbox, resend it if you can, please and thank you. I would greatly appreciate it. Oh no, you sent it on Facebook. I'm seeing it on Facebook. I got it, Lunchbox.
Ah, that's what it is.
I got it on Facebook. I'm sorry.
Source.
Oh man, that's a good one, bud. That's a good one.
You done
I like
good.
that. He did good. He did very good.
LBK, you done good.
He did good, bud. Those are awesome. Those are awesome picks. I'm gonna curate everything tonight, and then tomorrow when we go live, we're gonna go through them all.
You're doing tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow, yeah, around 4:30, 4:30. Just pick a winner. I don't know if anybody wants to see, but I'll show it. You have an opportunity to win this.
People want to see it.
I painted this, customized it myself. It's that Buzz Lightyear laser drill thing that everybody turns into an anti-aircraft cannon. I don't know why it's doing this, but okay. There you go. All right.
Oh, it's the Buzz Lightyear thing. I thought it was Halo.
No, this is like that plasma drill, and I painted it
Okay.
green just to kind of match like a GI Joe aesthetic
Okay.
and shit like that. Not bad though. I like this. I have 2 more of these things I'm going to repaint. So I think I give this one away for the touch grass challenge, and then I'll make more for myself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's plasma drill. You have an opportunity to win this. Anybody who enters the touch grass challenge.
You hear that, LBK?
So you have an opportunity to win this, bud. Put it with your Joes. Pretty cool, man. Came out very good. This comes off. I did the inside too. So I promise everything's done.
Cool.
Nothing is, and it fires missiles if you want to put the missiles in. I can send a couple missiles with you, but I don't think you need that. I would, Suka has like a thing you can buy on his Etsy where it's like an attachment that you just slide in here and it just adds like a cannon barrel.
Cool.
And yeah, and it's very cheap. It's not that expensive too. So anybody who gets this, if that's what you want to do, highly recommend.
Toxic Toy Depot.
That's Toxic Toy Depot. Yes. I was wondering. I was making sure that was his.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, and I'm gonna get a 3D printer again. So that should be fun.
Oh, are you?
Yeah. My buddy has a printer, and he's like, "Yo, man, it's just sitting in my garage. I don't even use it. Do you want it?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll take it if you don't want it." He's like, "Yeah, you can have it. Just come down and get it." So I'm gonna try to. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get back into it. Just try to like get a handle on learning because I don't know if you heard what I was talking about with the. I would love to hand out LSWA championship belts the way Random Diorama was handing out that little console.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of people would. That'd be to me, that would be better than handing out like a business card. Just handing out a little thing that they could put on their figures and shit like that.
It's definitely more memorable.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want. I want it to stand out. So
yeah, that does make sense.
So I'm gonna. Justin Booth says he knows somebody who can do it. So, but I was thinking about like, well, if I just have somebody model it on the 3D thing, then I with this printer will just print them myself. Like I won't have to go to somebody else to print them. I'll just.
Right.
Because then I can cut the leather myself. I can add all that small detail shit myself.
Sure.
I don't really need anybody's. Because he and I'm Justin. I'm not trying to talk shit, but like Justin sent me this guy's thing about this wrestling clothes for like action figures, and they were the prices were like real clothes. Like if you were gonna buy,
I have heard you talk about that before.
Yeah, and I just can't justify that purchase, even if it's cheaper. Like someone goes, "Oh, I can give you like 3 outfits for $300 or $400." It's like
$300.
It's like I can go buy real clothes for that. I can buy mad shirts and pants for that money. I can't.
A lot of clothes for $300.
That's what I'm saying. You can buy quite a few things, So I can't do that. I like the $40 trench coat on eBay from time to time. I'm not gonna fully dress them. I can't do that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I couldn't do that. That's too expensive.
I think it's coming out sick, bud.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, it looks real good.
I think it's pretty good. Simple.
Yeah. Now, do you just any rhyme or reason when you're drawing out the pattern, or is it just you just going with the flow? Is that what it is? Yep. How you doing it? Yeah, man, right? Oh, it came out good, dude.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks. Like normally I would go back through it and give it another coat, but I kind of like this little fainter. Like it really shows up really good on the camera.
Good. Yeah.
But it's got it's not full coverage, and I kind of like that for this application. If I was doing like legit camo, I'd want to go back over it and make sure it's full color. But yeah,
that looks good, dude.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, hell yeah. So now you were showing the kit from the dude all in white. Is that the same kit you're gonna put on him?
Yeah, same kit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that's Dad's assault trooper kit that we have for the couple of kooks.
So that's,
So yeah, it's the same. It's the same one we have on that I have on the Valaverse figures. So it's basically all the gray stuff.
man, I love the wrist things.
Yeah, the gauntlets that have all the controls and stuff.
Yeah, I love that.
Pretty cool.
It's
Now for the figures that it's supposed to go on, so he designed this to work with Dukes and Flints because they have the 3/4 rolled up sleeve.
yeah.
These literally just slide right over the forearm.
Okay.
Whereas if you do one of the other things, like if you use, the Snake Eyes or Breaker or one of those, then you kind of have to heat it up. Same with these. You just warm it up a little bit where it comes pliable and just slide it over there.
Okay.
So
That's crazy. Dude, the fact that your father is making all these amazing things and you and your pop work together always impresses me, man. It always like this it's awesome to see. Like I had a great relationship with my pops. It was cool, but I never had like that where we like did like a project together. Never had like we did projects around the house. Don't get me wrong, but like this, like starting a business together and doing this shit together, that's cool. That to me is the coolest shit. He used to talk about it, like obviously when he was healthy. He used to want to buy a semi truck and start his own trucking company, and then he was like, "I'll teach you. We'll get you a CDL. We'll do this." So yeah, like he had like you have the pipe dreams, but it never came to fruition. So it's awesome to see like a father-son team. And I've never seen that. It makes me appreciate the relationship I have with my pops. Because it's nice. It's nice to see when you see it like with you and your dad and anybody else. It's great, man.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's something that I know is not common. It's not something that very many people get to have. You know what I mean? Yeah. But we do. So we do a lot of stuff.
That's the best, dude.
We always have. We always have.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's just something that's just continued. And like when I got back into toys and stuff, I was just kind of like he got that back. Like that used to be our thing. And he got that back. And I think I've always kind of enjoyed it like through him. Like when 25th anniversary stuff came out, I was like, oh, that's really cool because it looks just like whatever it is. So I got to share his enthusiasm without participating. But then once I started participating, it was like floodgates open. Like,
yeah, hell yeah.
He had somebody to do cons and stuff with, and
he had a buddy now.
Yeah, he had his buddy.
That's awesome, man.
And it was kind of weird because there was that first year before I'd really gotten into it. It was just kind of starting. He had reconnected with his childhood best friend, right?
Okay.
And Ricky was really into cons. He was one of those autograph people. Like he went to get autographs. That was his thing. Wow. He bought toys, but he was an autograph guy. Like he knew everybody that was in like a horror movie, and he had their signatures. And he was a wrestling guy, And he went for signatures. That was his main deal.
I have a friend like that too.
Yeah. And it's totally not something that Dad and I are into, but Ricky was. So Ricky he went with him to Assembly Required the first year that my dad went, because I was like, no, I don't think I want to do that. And so he went, and him and Ricky had a really good time. And so the next year it was coming up again, and I was into it. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to go. So it was me, him, and Ricky.
Awesome.
And then Ricky got really, really, really sick, and he couldn't go. And then he passed. And so he had gotten to rekindle that relationship with his childhood best friend.
Yeah.
And then just a few years later, lost him.
Yeah, I mean, you know
You
what
know?
though? At least he got to rekindle it.
He did. Yeah,
You
he
know,
did.
that's yeah.
Yeah,
Because
he
that was the
did.
thing I noticed. Like such crazy timing. You know, when you think about it, like your father works back to a relationship with his old friend, and then unfortunate. Like my father was the same thing. We went to this family reunion. Haven't seen people in decades. Decades. They saw him and it was good to see you, Pete. And he's like, yeah, I'll see you at the next one. And they just were like, yeah, no, it was so good. And then literally 2 weeks later, he passed away. So
Yeah.
to me, it's almost as if like, I'm not a big universe or the universe or like, like fate or whatever the fuck. But like sometimes you got to question it when like something like that happens. Like you literally saw
Right.
these people you haven't seen in decades. It was as if the universe was keeping you around just so you can say proper goodbyes to all these
Yeah,
people.
just so you could tie a bow on it.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
just
and
that
it's
closure.
it was because like the week before that we went to my brother's house for his one of his kids made his first Holy Communion, so my father got to see all of that side, and then the next week he got to see all of these side, and then 2 weeks later he was gone. So it was just the timing, the way things work. So when it happens, you just got to be like, yo, man, at least I got to rekindle it. At least I got to
For
see that
sure.
person before I can never see him. So
Right.
it's a great thing, man.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
It is cool. And I jump into I was brought up in the Christian, faith, and I still, my heart is still definitely there, but I find myself leaning more towards the everything kind of being connected side of it, which is part of it,
Yeah.
right? That's part of the Christian stuff. But
Yeah.
like that was always like my grandpa, like he was a preacher. Like he was a preacher my entire life and beyond. He did it for, you know, over 30 years.
Yeah.
He was a preacher. And so like I grew up with that, but my grandpa was always somebody. It was never black and white. Like you would think like preacher, you think of like John Lithgow and fucking in Footloose. Like it was
Footloose,
black
yeah.
and white. This is the
Yeah.
way it was, and that is it. If it doesn't say it in the Bible, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Whereas my grandpa, like he loved like reading stuff about like UFOs and
So he was very open-minded.
things outside of our world.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's like that can't all be out there and we be the only things. Like that just mathematically doesn't make sense.
Yeah. My father used to get in arguments because my aunt is a very devout Catholic, very religious, goes to church every Sunday. And my father used to say that to her all the time. He says, it's not that I don't believe in God. He said, but I believe that there's a lot more out there than just him. He
Yes.
goes, and I'm not telling you that you have to think the way I'm thinking. He goes, you can believe however the fuck you want to believe. He goes,
Yep.
I'm just telling you what I feel. And how I feel is there's too much in this universe
Look, I just got chills.
I love you, to just believe in the one. And that's why, like I tell my wife, like she tends to read the Bible a lot because she loves to study religions and stuff.
Sure.
And she always says to me, she goes, God, you're like one of these people in this book. She goes, and you don't go to church, and it annoys me that like to be. And I tell her all the time. My father used to tell me this, and this was a thing I took from him, and I still say to this very day. I don't need to go to church on Sunday and read a book to be told to be a good person. Like, just be a good person. That's the point of the book, is to just be good. Don't be a dickhead. That's what he used to say to me. Just the book is just telling you, treat people the way you want to be treated and never resort to disgusting tactics. Just be a good person. And you will get in life, it'll just seem to work itself out. Like I was talking to my wife today, and I was like, it's crazy. Last year, I gave away a 3D printer. I just gave it to somebody because I didn't think I was going to need it. And a year later, somebody is now dropping the same exact printer on my lap. So it's like, it's crazy how the universe works. It's like you give things away because you don't need it, and you're being like, so you're giving something away to the less fortunate who can't afford a 3D printer or whatever the fuck is, and the universe kind of rewards you. It's like, because you gave that away, we're going to give you another one. You don't have to buy another one. So I was like, that's why I said to her, I was like, this is why I'm good to people. This is why I'm not an asshole. That's why whenever we go to wrestling shows, she'll meet like a wrestler for the first time, and the first thing they say to her is, he's a great man. This is a great man. Because I was one of the only few wrestlers that never tried to fuck people over. Like, I just didn't believe in that because I didn't want it to happen to me. So that was my father told me. He's like, you treat people the way you want to be treated, man.
100%.
Like, so in the end, like, you can be the most religious person in the world, but you shouldn't ever be closed-minded. And that was like, my aunt was kind of like that. It's black and white. It's not shades of gray. And my father lived in the gray. And this he used to say to my aunt. He'd say, like, you black and white, I live in the gray. Mm-hmm. He goes, so how, you can figure how you can feel however you want. He goes, I went to Vietnam to defend your right to believe whatever the hell you want. Yeah, he goes, so I'll never stand in the way of letting you believe whatever you want. He goes, but you do not force me to believe it. He goes, fuck you.
That's it.
He goes, I will believe it if I choose to. And that's one of the things that, like, that was one of why I respected my father so much, because he believed what he believed and he didn't judge anybody else who thought differently. He just, this is how I am. I don't care how you are. That's it. And that's exactly how I am.
He probably wasn't the type to force his beliefs on other people.
Not
either.
once.
Like he was
not once. No.
That was. I mean, it's probably, not the textbook way, but that was my grandpa. Like, I can remember having the conversation with him about being baptized, and that wasn't something he took lightly. That's a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
And I was, I don't know, 12, 13 maybe. Yeah, probably 12. And I remember talking to him about it, and he was like, are you sure? You sure this is what you want to do? Yeah, I do. I was part of the church then. It was a small church in a really small town. So, I was, I got to hand out communion, and it was just a Christian church, nothing, pretty light structure, but all the symbolism was there. And obviously the hearts were in the right places and everything. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I am. And he's like, okay. He's like, then we'll do it, and the next Sunday came up, and when he asked if anybody wanted to dedicate, accept Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, I rushed up. Like, that was how it was. But eventually I just stopped feeling, like that was where I needed to be. And, now it's like anywhere I go, I would be holding them to his standard. And that's
the figure full.
That's not going to happen.
That's crazy, dude. That's how my father used to say to my aunt, because my aunt was like, come to church with me. Oh, wow, really? Well, he's probably sitting behind me. I didn't touch nothing back there. No, I didn't touch nothing back there. So he's probably just sitting here behind me right now, hanging out with us.
Does he want a chair?
I don't know, Dad. Do you want to sit? Although you've been in bed for fucking years, I think you want to stand finally now that you don't have pain. Okay, give him a chair. She's the best, this one. Yeah, my aunt used to try to get him to go to church all the time, and he used to say to her, I lost God in 1969. So something happened in Vietnam that just made him like...
I have no doubt.
Yeah.
I have no doubt.
Yeah, I remember him saying that.
I have no doubt. Like, that would be hard to believe there's something out there that would want what you just did.
When he passed, they told me a story about him that just made me respect him even more. He joined the Marines, and he wasn't an American citizen. He was
I read that in his eulogy. I thought that
he was an Italian citizen, and when he went, he come back in 1970, I think it was, at the end of 1969, and he went to go get his citizenship, and he went with our next door neighbor at the time. No, my aunt claimed that it was her, but it wasn't. It was the next door neighbor. Yeah. Anyway, so my father walks in there, and they denied him citizenship. And my next door neighbor at the time, who also was what came back from the military and shit like that, he said, "This fucking guy just went over and fought for us, and you're telling him that he doesn't belong here?" He goes, "How fucking dare you?" And like my father told the story. He's like, when Frankie started screaming that, somebody came out from the back and was like, he just come back from Vietnam, and he said, yeah, because this fucking guy just fought for the country for the last 3 years, and now he wants to be a citizen. You gotta tell him no. He goes, get the fuck out of here. He goes, give him his citizenship.
He's a naturalized citizen. You just served the kind like yeah, you got it.
Yeah,
you earned
and
it for sure.
They citizenized whatever the fuck you want to call it. They gave him citizenship right then and there. They made him a citizen. I couldn't believe that story. I said he goes over there, he fights, he comes back. They say no. Like, you got the fucking balls on you, man. It's
Dude,
great.
I mean, the shit that people pulled for those guys coming back.
He told me all those stories too.
Awful.
He said,
awful.
He like the last couple of stories he told me, right? This was recently, right before he passed away. He said, Tony, he goes, I remember coming off the plane and being spit on by like at least 300, 200, 400 people, just telling me, go back to where you came from, you baby killer, you're a piece of garbage, piece of shit. And he's just like, the fuck you talking about? Like, he couldn't believe like the treatment that he had gotten. And I was just like, it's crazy to think. Like, but when I would go to the VA with him, and you could just see, like, you see these guys, they're just literal pieces of meat that they're just like in the grinder.
Yeah.
And I that's why I always tip my cap to veterans. I know, like, there's always the funny jokes that Bill Burr says, like, why do they get to go on the planes first, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, go there and do what they did, and then you'll know why they let you sit in the plane first. Like, it's that kind 100%. Of shit. Like, 100%. They seen shit that you only see in movies, and even then you don't believe it. Like,
You're like, for me, like, even people that like didn't deploy, like, they didn't see battle, but they were enlisted, still get all of my respect, because you signed up to do something I can't do.
Yeah.
I would never be able to do it. Like, physically, I don't think I would be able to do it.
Yeah.
You did. You signed up for it. Even if you didn't have to, you were on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Your name would have been called eventually, right? Like,
he told me a story.
I gets it for me, dude.
Yeah, he told me a story that when they were in Paris Island, right? They were training. Then they were getting ready to get shipped over. And he said he was with one guy that he did all the basic training with. He did everything with. The guy had jet black hair. It was, jet black, he said. He said, we went there the first night. He spent the night. You could see he was already starting to go gray. The first night there. He said, he goes, I wouldn't tell you the story if it was bullshit. He goes, I swear to you, because the guy came out of the thing the next day when we all slept, and you heard gunfire, shut down. I was nervous. He goes, the guy came out, he had gray hair already because he was so stressed out. He was so nervous. And he used to tell stories, but he wouldn't tell the full story. You understand? Because you could see him welling up and getting ready to cry because he saw a lot of his friends die.
Sure.
And he told one story one time where he was like, I woke up in the middle of the night, and I we're in a barrack or a little bunk, and I look over and there's a couple guys playing cards, and there's another guy sleeping. He said, I got up out of the bed and I go, we should go. And they said, what are you talking about, Pete? And he goes, I'm going to go for a walk. I don't think we should be here. I don't feel safe here. And they were like, get out of here, man. You're crazy. Because they were drinking, they were hanging out. He said he left. And when he came back, the thing was on fire.
Holy shit.
They had gotten ambushed. And he just was like, and I said, it's like, that's it. That's as far as the story went. He didn't tell me what he did to survive, because I could see it in his eyes. He was starting to relive it, and he did not want to think about it no more. So I was like, let's just talk about something else. And I just changed the subject real quick because I didn't want him to go down that road and shit like that.
Yeah, because it's going to spiral. You're going to spiral.
Yeah.
You're going to start thinking about it, and that story is going to lead to another story. You're going to lead to another memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. Like, I understand why those guys, why they don't share that shit with people. Like, it's not because they're trying to hide it. It's because they don't want to relive that shit.
Not for real.
Like, you got to think, like, that was some of the darkest shit you could possibly imagine.
Being deployed gave me a whole new perspective on life. Yeah, I bet. I truly believe that. Yeah, because my friend Ed was there. He went to Iraq and shit like that. He told me, he goes, dude, you would just be randomly hanging out, and all of a sudden you hear that alarm, and you know what the fuck's going on. You just get nervous and scared. You start running. And I was just like, damn, dude, I couldn't do what they did. So I told my father, like, you will always be one of my heroes for what you did when you didn't have to. Because he said I walked right in there and volunteered, because at the time he could not get along with his father. So my grandfather was a real, like, a just straight up Italian piece of shit. and treated my father like really, like, I mean, it was terrible. Even when I was alive, and we lived back because he owned the house in Queens that we lived in. My grandfather, he was a tyrant. All right, and that was then. So I can only imagine when my father was like 18, what it would have been like, that kind of turmoil, you know. So it had to be so bad that my father walked right into the Marine recruiting center and goes, "Yeah, I'll go over there and fight." Like it's so bad that he volunteered to go to Vietnam. He didn't want to stay here no more. That's how crazy.
That's the same thing with my dad's uncle Carl. He grew up with a dad that was very abusive.
Yeah.
To all of his kids. I think they had 7 or 9 children. I cannot remember, but yeah, he enlisted. Justin Booth, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you. What's
good,
up, friends? Sorry I missed most of the stream. Just got off work. I appreciate you being here now, my man. Thank you.
Yeah, all good, dude. Thank you, man.
Yeah, he enlisted. He volunteered. He was Army. He went in. I think he was a mechanic. I think, and he did it. He did one tour, came back, and went right back.
Yeah.
His dad went right back into it. He said when he got off the plane, people threw bottles of urine at him, called him a baby, you know. Yeah, all that. Did all that shit.
Yeah.
And to go home and your father treat you like a piece of shit,
dude.
You know, like he was like, I'll just rather go back.
Well,
they went back.
I said to my father, I said,
fucking got Agent Orange. Like he fucked him up.
I said, why'd you go? I said, why'd you go in the first place? Why didn't you just move out and get a job? And my father said, because I had no intentions of coming back. He goes, I just thought I was going to die over there, and that was going to be the end of it. He goes, because I didn't. He goes, I hated your grandfather so much that I did not want to come back. Like that's how I guess how bad it was. I never really I know all that. I wasn't privy to all that until like he started to kind of talk about that kind of shit. Yeah. But I was just like, God damn, dude. So he's like, I didn't want to come back. He goes, I was fine with dying there. And that's as crazy as because for decades.
That's wild.
Decades. All I remember, he would always tell my mother and me, I'm not afraid of dying. I don't give a shit. He goes, I don't care. He goes, I did. When I went over there, I thought I was going to die. He goes, I
made
saw
peace with it years ago.
Yeah, he said, I saw things that if I even explained it to you, you wouldn't understand. He said, so he said, I'm fully cool with dying. He goes, I don't really give a shit. And I just wasn't afraid of death. It was one of the things that I admired about him is they just didn't, he had a no fear attitude, didn't give a shit. So, but again, when you see shit that shakes you to your very foundation, it's easy to kind of give up like hope and shit like that. And my father was never a positive, like he never talked like, oh yeah, don't worry, everything's going to work itself out. All he'd say is, you're going to have to fucking work your ass off to make it work out. Like he would say shit like that. He goes, don't think that it's just going to work itself out. You're going to have to do things.
He was a realist.
Yeah. Yeah. He called it like he saw. And that's why I got that from him. It drives my wife crazy because she'll tell, oh, we should go here, here, here. And I'll go, well, we need the money. She goes, why do you have to bring it down with reality? She goes, just live in the fantasy with me. I want to go here, go. And I'm like, this is my father. My father instilled that shit in me. You say the fantasy and I just come over with the pin and pop the bubble. Because I'm not thinking like
that sounds lovely. Here's what really is the situation.
Yes, multiple
That's
times.
Great. I love that. But let's really look at the details here because that's not real.
Yeah. Love your enthusiasm, but let's reel it in a bit.
Love the fantasy, but tomorrow when we actually have to deal with the repercussions, this is what will be.
Yeah, this is what's gonna happen. Yeah, so we should just do that. Yeah, all the time. But I got that from him, so, and I appreciate it because, like I said, he always told me.
I'll be right back. Continue talking.
Yeah, he used to tell me, expect the worst, hope for the best. So, it could be bad but just hope for the best. And if it works out, then it works out. You're not disappointed. But he was always expect the worst and hope for the best. And that's usually what I do. And like I said, it annoys people because everybody just tends to, expect the best and hope for the best. But I always expect the worst. I always expect it to go wrong or to go sideways. That's just me. Can't speak for everybody. Where's my wife anyway? She's probably in the other room, still packing. But I appreciate everybody in this chat hanging out with us today. I'm sitting here rambling for 2.5 hours. Jesus Christ, Mikey. I appreciate that. Oh, there you are, lovely lady. The Spanish food was good. What'd you get?
What's that?
Just what? I didn't know what you got.
Rice and chicken. Beans.
Also, we're just gonna share everything. Is that what you're gonna do? Oh, okay. Okay. You didn't like the dessert at all? I'm sorry, sweetie.
Came back.
Okay.
Patrick Strong calls. God bless. I just wanted to serve my country and die. I was in a National Guard unit and volunteered to go to Serbia. Thank you
Wow.
for sharing your story. I guess I'm here for a reason. Thanks,
Oh
Pat.
yeah, bro.
I appreciate your service, sir.
Yeah. Oh
Thank
yeah, brother. Yeah, thank you for your service, dude. Like I said, my father was a complicated man, but I assume it all stemmed from that time that he served.
Yeah.
Because my mother said there were times where he would wake up screaming, like he would have nightmares and shit like that. Was
Yeah. That's very similar to my dad's uncle Carl. That's very, very similar. I mean,
yeah.
granted, like I said, like he got the Agent Orange, and it gave him
So did my dad. Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Yeah, he had that too. Yeah, like it tore him up from the inside. So whatever your emotions weren't doing to you, Agent Orange was probably doing to you. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
just terrible, absolutely awful.
Because my father had that, and he developed obviously the kidney disease from Paris, not Paris Island. Where the fuck was he? Camp Lejeune. So he was in Camp Lejeune multiple times in 67 and 68. And he said, you don't know anybody drinking all the water and shit like that. And that fucked him up. And that's how I think he had already had kidney problems. My mother said that when he was born, he was in the hospital for like months with issues.
Oh wow.
So that didn't help, So
Right.
when he got it, he wasn't surprised.
Already had a flaw in the system.
Are they clean now? All right. Yeah, so that was crazy, man. It was crazy to think.
Yeah, I think Carl has some kind of cancer. I don't remember what it is, but he's one of those guys that he never shared his story. Like he went back home and kind of went to like the hippie side of life. Like he grew out his hair, started smoking a bunch of weed, and just doing what he could to forget, to move on from it. And
Buddy, my father
Just didn't
came home. My father came home from Vietnam. He picked up the bottle and he never put it down.
Yeah.
Like there was towards the end, my mother would yell, "You're drunk. Why are you always drinking?" He wasn't drinking to get drunk because he wasn't hammered no more. When he was older, he couldn't do that. But I one time sat with my mother and I said, "Did you go to Vietnam?" And she said, "No." I said, "I'm not making excuses for him because you shouldn't be you shouldn't be an alcoholic. You shouldn't abuse alcohol. You shouldn't abuse anything, right?"
Sure.
But I said to my mother, I was like, "He saw some shit that you didn't because he needs to drink to forget. He's not drinking because he wants to get drunk. He's drinking to forget something that is playing in his head constantly like a bad movie." I said, "I'm not making excuses for him. I'm really not. I don't want him to be drunk neither because I know it's going to fuck him up and fuck his liver up and all that shit. I understand that. But there is something that, because like I said, he always said it to my aunt. I lost God in 1968 or 69. That's what he always says one of those. No. I say picture it. That's just stuff. Yeah. Picture it, 1969.
It's a very inappropriate time for a still. Dad's Vietnam when he lost God. Picture it. There I was, 1968.
Michelangelo lost God that year, but I didn't. I found him. He was in a
Kmart bathroom stall.
Yeah, he was in the form of a sailor by the name of John.
Only a god could do what he did to me.
I'll tell you what, if he wasn't God, he made me see him.
That man was an artist. I think he had the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
If I could tell you that man licked his eyebrows, he licked his eyebrows. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Hey, Tony. Customizer the lion. Nice. Right on. How
you doing, baby?
Oh.
Thank you, sir.
Me, hermano.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Let's see what I got for you.
was found in his hotel room, impaled upon a large electrical device.
And just because I love it.
I can hear that you are dying.
That's a great show, by the way.
God, I love that.
I love that show.
Dude, Resident Alien is so good.
Yeah, it's a great show.
So
That comes
good.
on now. That comes on every Friday after SmackDown. And I was like,
Oh,
yeah. And my wife was like, "Should I change?" I go, "Nah, leave it on. That shows it's fucking hilarious."
it's so good.
Yeah.
It took a while for it to grow on me. That was not a first episode thing.
No, dude, the one episode was me and Felix. We were sitting and watching, and he was trying to kill the kid because the kid found out that he's an alien.
Yes.
And we were sitting here in stitches. I was laughing so fucking hard. It was so funny.
Yeah,
was
once
so
he sees him on the street and he's just like immediately, I have to kill that kid.
Yeah, I have to kill him.
That's when it starts for sure.
Yeah.
Oh God, that show is so good.
Yeah.
So good. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate your $10 super chat.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you very much. And yeah, here's to the Customizers Alliance.
Yeah, a little acknowledgement. A little drink. I don't think I have anything in this cup, but I'll take a sip anyway.
I'll throw up the hand in acknowledgement.
There you go. Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me. Oh no, I was gonna get my take it down just because.
Be careful, we're in trouble. Yeah, you can bring that. I love that shirt. Oh, that guy, Alan Turek is his name, right? The guy who plays the Resident Alien.
Yeah.
He's great.
Alan Tudyk.
Tudyk or some shit like that. He did you ever see the what was that DC TV show that was on HBO Max with the weird people? It had the robot guy. The fuck was that name?
Oh, Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol.
I never watched that.
He was the bad guy in like first and second season or one of them. It was really funny. He was
really?
Yeah,
I
because
love
he was like
everything he does.
Yeah, he was really good in that. Yeah, like that Doom Patrol show wasn't bad for what it was.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like one of those like appointment television things. Like I would just wait till the whole season comes out and then watch it. Like any of those, I don't know, any of those comic book shows, man. I just can't even get into them. I can't. Like none of them now. None of them are.
They burnt me out. And I honestly, at this point, I don't know if it's because they started to suck or if I'm just burnt out because I'm a very cyclical person. Like what I enjoy, what I like to watch, it's cyclical. Like I go through cycles. Like I'll get on a World War II kick and I'll watch a bunch of World War II movies and I'll go do a Clint Eastwood kick, and I'll get on watch a bunch of Westerns and I'll be like, oh, sci-fi. I cycle. So I don't know if that's what finally happened after like a decade. Well, it'd be more like, geez. Yeah, that's about right. Decade of comic book movies. I'm like,
that'll do it to you. That's what did it to me.
I need something new.
I always made the joke with all my friends when they were like, oh, you're going to watch this? You're going to watch that? I said, man, when Thanos snapped his finger, he snapped it on any of my interest to go watch any of this shit anymore because I felt like Infinity War was such a perfect film that anything after it was just downhill. Like it was such a good movie that even like the fucking Endgame shit, I just was like, it wasn't better than Infinity War. And I'm not saying that because the bad guy won. I'm just saying that was such a great film that even when you knew what was going to happen, if you were a comic book reader, you knew what was coming, you still were kind of like, what, the way they going? It was still such a good movie to me. Infinity War will always be by my the standard of Marvel movies. It'll always be the movie I can watch on no problem on repeat. And there's not many of those Marvel movies that I could do that with. I can only do it with Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and I can do it with Infinity War. All those other ones, it's like, yeah, all right, I just can't do it. I don't know. And then anything new, forget about it. I'm not watching any of that new shit.
I don't even know what the newest thing. Well, no, I watched the Brave New World or whatever the fuck it's called. The
one with
Winter Soldier, Falcon. I watched it because it was on Max or something. And I was like, all right, let's try it out. And, I try to go into those with like empty mind and let them tell me the story. But, dude, Sam Wilson's not Cap. You're Falcon. Be Falcon, man. That's cool. You can be Falcon. Why do you have wings and a shield? Like, why do you have two gimmicks? Because as soon as somebody gets their hands on you, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got the heart, right? You've got the heart, and that's what makes Cap Cap. But as far as supervillains go, what makes Cap Cap is the ability to go toe to toe with them and not quit.
Yeah.
Like, there's only so much you can do. Like, you see it like in the beginning when he's sparring with Isaiah or whatever the Forgotten Cap is.
Yeah.
You see it, and you're like, okay, well, he's definitely, he's like Hawkeye, like he's got skill. But then you're gonna go toe to toe with the Incredible, like with the Red Hulk. I don't know, man. I think Bucky was better suited for this gig.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I thought they should have given the shield to Winter Soldier. I
I
mean,
think Bucky should have had it and then passed it on to Sam.
yeah, I think that's how it should have went. Yeah,
I think that's what should have happened. But what the fuck?
I would have even waited. Like he should have it now because they did that Thunderbolts where he's the new the new Captain America, and he's like now a part of the new Avengers, whatever the fuck they're called now. And then eventually says, you know what, I'm not worthy of this shield here, and he gives it to Sam or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. He Stu, he also voiced Joker in that show too. So he did a bunch of characters on that cartoon. He does
He's
a lot.
Good. He's done a lot of voice work. He has done a lot.
He's still my favorite voice actor. My favorite voice actor is Matt Berry. I love that fucking guy.
Oh
From
yeah.
What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I Steve Bloom will always be the voice of Wolverine. So whenever I read a Wolverine comic, I always hear Steve Bloom's voice.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
There's been decent iterations, but there's one voice. Same with Batman. Like
Kevin
Conroy.
Yeah. Whenever someone says to me, they go, "Who's your favorite Batman?" I always say Kevin Conroy, and they go, "What?"
Kevin Conroy.
I go, "It's Kevin Conroy." I said, "You watch the cartoon? Whenever I read the comic, I hear his voice. I don't hear anybody else's. I just hear his voice." And it's the same thing when I read.
There's plenty of people that have done good jobs. What's the Winchester? What's that guy? Soldier Boy.
Jensen Ackles would be a great Batman.
He's got a fine Batman voice. He's done it numerous times. I'm good with that. That sounds good to me. If you were gonna pick somebody to play him for real,
who
I like that pick too.
I like him, and I like the idea of Alan Richardson, the guy who plays Reacher.
I do like that, but I think as a Bruce Wayne, that looks painfully obvious that guy is Batman. Like there's no covering that up.
Bruce, what cycle are you on? Jesus
Bruce, you are
Christ.
fucking 6'6", dude. What is wrong with what's going on?
Are you on all the roids?
Dude,
what the hell is going on, dude?
You're gonna have instead of like people being like, oh, he's a playboy, and be like, no, we need to have an intervention because he's taking something that's gonna make his heart pop.
Yeah, he's about to keel over. How much you bench before you?
It was crazy. Like, did you watch that movie, the League of Ungentlemanly Warfare?
Oh no, that was on my list.
God.
Is it any good? It's
good.
good.
You need to watch that movie. It's
I want to give
movie.
that a shot. Yeah, because I want to give that a shot.
You see Alan Richardson standing right next to Henry Cavill, and you're like, holy fuck!
Yeah,
this dude's a machine. He's freaking huge,
dude. When I watched Reacher, and I was like, God damn, this dude. I know he was in Titans. He was in that TV show Titans.
Hey, Zamon, thanks for tuning in, buddy.
But man, like I don't know. I when I saw him, like he would look good as Batman. I think he would be a guy. But Jensen Ackles is a great choice.
I think Jensen Ackles fits really well. Like I love Batfleck. Like Ben Affleck as Batman. That's
too.
My Batman. I love
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
He's got the fit, the form. He had a good voice for it.
Yeah,
I loved that. That was awesome. But moving forward, because obviously that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Jensen Ackles. I'm good with that, dude. So good. With that.
I would totally accept that choice. There was
definitely take that over the way the Superman looks. I'm not a fan of that, but
really?
Judgment. I'm reserving judgment.
I don't think he looks too bad. I mean, the suit to me is whatever, but like I'm interested to see how it plays out.
There
was a guy. I don't know if do you ever watch that Bat in the Sun shit? Those superpower beatdowns. Do you ever watch those?
Yeah, I've watched those.
Okay, the guy who played Batman. I know, but the guy who played Batman on there was a very good Batman. His name was Kevin Porter. He was a great Batman.
Like he did like the Batman versus Wolverine one.
Yeah. He's always the Batman. Honestly,
both of those guys did a bang up job with those.
Yeah.
That was very legit.
Because they did a movie where Michael Madsen is Commissioner Gordon or Harvey Bullock. He's one of them. I think he's Bullock.
Oh, I could definitely see Harvey Bullock for sure.
Yeah, he's Bullock, and he's having it was like called Batman City of Scars or some shit like that. It's like a half an hour short like fan film.
Huh.
And by the end of it, I was like, if they were to cast this guy as Batman in the films, I'd be all in because he looks like a great Bruce Wayne, and he was fantastic as Batman in the suit. So to me, you got to be able to be both. Like everybody talks, Christian Bale was a great Bruce Wayne, but I didn't like him as Batman. Like he was a good Bruce Wayne, and then
he did both okay. It's very stylized though, which is why I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
But like Clooney, I mean, he just played Clooney, and Clooney's Bruce Wayne. Like that fits totally fine.
Yeah.
You know, Kilmer was the same way. Kilmer was a really smooth, fucking
great Bruce Wayne.
Smooth Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
But Batman.
Michael Keaton was like, even now, it was always hard for me to buy Michael Keaton because he just didn't look like Batman to me. Like whenever I watch those movies, they're great movies, but like,
oh, they're fun for sure.
Yeah, it's just I didn't see Batman when I saw him. I just didn't see that. Mm-hmm. And even as like when I got older, obviously as a kid I didn't really fully understand it, but as I got older, I was like, I still can't believe that Beetlejuice was Batman. Like it used to blow my mind. Like that's why I couldn't wrap my head around Keaton. All due respect, Keaton did a great job.
Me as a kid, like I definitely saw him as Batman first, and then the other stuff came in. So I'm like, oh my God, I cannot imagine if the internet would have been a thing in 1989, the shit fit that fans would have made about this comedian that was now going to be Batman.
Oh yeah,
I cannot imagine how much people would have bitched and moaned about it.
Well, they did.
And the truth is, he does an okay job. Like,
yeah.
It's very stylized, right? That is Tim Burton. That is very obviously Tim Burton.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, you cannot hide it.
Yeah.
Just like Schumacher's is like, yeah, no, that's fucking Joel Schumacher for sure.
Yeah.
You know, like it's very stylized.
Yeah.
But him being Batman doesn't like pull you out of it.
No.
You know what I mean? Like,
but that's when I tell people like I love Ben Affleck, they go, what? I go, that to me, he looked like the most like Batman. Like he looked like a great Bruce Wayne. And because when I saw him as Bruce Wayne for the first time, Batman vs Superman, I remember turning around to my friend Matt and going, yo, he looks like the animated series Bruce Wayne right now. Like I was like, how can people talk shit about this version of Batman? I was like, this guy is great as Batman. I was like, I was so disappointed that they took it from him and gave it to Matt Reeves because he was supposed to direct his Batman and he was going to fight Deathstroke. And I was so excited because I love Deathstroke. I was like,
the credit scene that they like mocked up was
I was like, oh, I want to see this so fucking bad.
And then you played the Arkham games, so you already had that in your mind.
Ooh,
you know,
buddy,
that cut scene where they're fighting on the Connex containers.
Arkham Origins is my favorite of that whole thing. Arkham Origins is my favorite Batman from that whole series. I know it's separate because it's WB Montreal.
Right.
But that's my favorite one because Deathstroke has such a prevalent role in that game. And I was just like, and I was reading all the bullshit where they were going to recreate that kind of fight scene that you saw from that game. I was like,
yeah,
this movie is going to be the best Batman movie you probably ever see. But it didn't come to be. And now everybody's talking about this Batman Brave and the Bold, which, you know, like I said, I'm going to use the Superman movie as a barometer to kind of judge this guy's universe and what he's going to do, James Gunn. And if Superman is what Superman's supposed to be and it's good, then I'm like, all right, let's see how he handles Batman. But I don't trust it until I see a little bit of his work. Now, I liked Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2. 3 really tugged at the heartstrings because of the whole raccoon storyline.
3 fucks you up. It's because of that. Like, it's not character connection. It's just that's some really dark shit.
Dark shit, yeah.
You know.
But other than that,
like I'm with you. Like I'll reserve my judgment. But
yeah,
the fact of the matter is, just based on his history, James Gunn does nice ensemble, generally lighthearted stories.
Yeah,
ensemble casts, decent stories. Does a good job of spreading, the focal point amongst the characters.
Yeah.
You know, a little more campy than like Joss Whedon, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's entertaining, but remember the Guardians of the Galaxy, most of us didn't know who the fuck they were. So whatever you gave us, if it was a good story, we were okay with it. Whereas if you do that with Justice League characters, you got a lot of stories that are out there that have been told for the last 60, 70 years, some of them. I need
Yeah.
you to follow something. Like there's really good content out there. I need you to pick one.
I'm
Because
banking on
Batman isn't a good ensemble character.
no, I'm banking on the fact that he is a comic book guy, and he, I'm assuming because I did read recently that he said Batman will not be campy, Batman will not be funny. So I'm glad to
Good
read
start.
that.
That's
Yeah,
a
I'm
good
glad
start.
to read that. Yeah, because I was like, he better not be funny. Because you know what? Nothing annoyed me more than watching Joss Whedon's Justice League and the shit with Batman, where he's like, I need a vacation and blah blah blah. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
Like,
Batman's not jokes.
yeah, I didn't like
It's
that at
not
all.
him. I like you
And
see it like the animated stuff. Like DC does incredible animated stuff, or
it
they
does,
did.
yeah.
Their newest stuff is kind of hit
No,
and
it's not
miss,
good.
but it was really good there. Like the 2010s, they were just
Justice
banger
League,
after banger. War and Public
yeah.
Enemies, and
Justice League
those are
Doom.
so
I
good. Doom
I
is
can watch
great.
Justice League Doom constantly. I love that movie so
Like
much.
when I watched War, I was like, this is the movie. This is how you introduce everybody and
Yeah,
not have to do origins. You
yeah,
skip all the origins, just throw them together, and you
yeah.
can have interesting little,
Dynamics between the characters.
dynamics. Yeah, like you see
Yeah,
like Batman super fucking dry, and he gets
yeah,
paired
yeah,
up
yeah.
with Hal Jordan. Like his fucking nightmare is somebody with the biggest personality,
I loved
sense
the
of
scene in
humor.
that. I love the scene in that where Hal Jordan's talking shit, and then all of a sudden he just turns back in to his street clothes because
And he
Batman just
takes
got.
his ring.
Yeah, because Batman just took the ring and didn't even realize. That's how good Batman was. And I love
Yeah,
when like the Flash is like, "Well, no, we can't. I don't know who you are." And he goes,
you're
Clark
so and so.
Kent.
You're
Yeah,
so and so. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And
I love
Bruce Wayne. You done now? Let's go. I
let's
just love
go.
that kind of shit. I was like, that's the
That and when him and Hal are teamed up and they're trying to go get Superman, but
yeah,
they don't know him, and Hal's like, "I got this. Let me take care of this." For he goes in, and he just comes flying out like Superman just punches him in the just flying out, and he's like, "I thought you had this," like
yeah. That's dude.
awesome, perfect dynamics, perfect, like everything's so good. But
I know.
yeah, like I think Batman. I think of like in Frank Miller's Dark Knight Returns, like
Yeah.
when Superman's like telling him like you should have bought a sense of humor kind of thing, and he's like, well, I don't have, like that's not my bag,
Yeah. This is what I remember too. In the 80s, there was a lot of letters sent to Warner Brothers.
I'm sure they did, but that
Yeah,
took
Keith
effort.
Carter, yeah.
Like you have to effort. You have to put an
Yeah.
effort to send letters. If it would have been open forum, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, fuck's sake,
Yeah, no.
they'd have
Fuck
probably Batgirled it. They'd have probably just canceled it. Like, you know what? This isn't even fucking worth it.
that. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they probably would have
Yeah.
just been like, nope, never mind.
They were like, we're gonna have
Never
to go back to
mind.
the drawing board. We're gonna have to get Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's get him in here. He'll be a Batman. It'll be like, the Joker is out of here. You'll be like, Jesus Christ. I can't watch this movie.
Yeah.
Or they would have done something stupid.
Sly Stallone, he'd be like, hey,
Yeah.
you're the Joker. You just
Exactly.
gotta get out of here, like.
They would have done something so dumb like that. They would have got hit. Hey, maybe I'll fight the Joker. Maybe I won't. Hey, I'm Bruce Wayne.
Alfred, come me, Alfred.
Yeah, Alfred. Yeah, I
It'd
can't
been
do this
terrible.
no more.
Like they would have
Yeah.
given up on it.
Yeah. I'm afraid, Alfred. Is that what you want to hear? I'm afraid.
It's over, Batman.
It's over. Yeah.
I am justice.
Oh my God Almighty! What the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah, that
Keaton
would've
is
been
my first Batman, though. Always number one. I know he holds a special place in people's hearts.
100%.
He was the first.
100%.
He was the first on-screen Batman, with the exception of Adam Wee. But I don't know. I always felt like Batman had to look a certain way, and when I saw Ben Affleck for the first time as Batman, I was like, "That's it. That's how he's supposed to look." That's it. As soon as I saw, I was like, "That's it. You finally fucking nailed it." It took you 3 decades.
He doesn't look like every version of Batman, right? Like there's several artists that have taken different ways with him, but in my mind, that's Batman.
That's exactly.
Batman and Frank Castle, essentially the same person as far as drawing goes.
Yeah.
It's a big dude, not ridiculously large, a big dude that looks like you could hit him over the face with a chair, and he's not gonna do it. He's gonna come after you.
Yeah, he's just gonna look at
That's
you.
gonna be the worst mistake of your life.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Like that in my mind, and that probably goes back to Jim Lee, right? Because Jim Lee draws iconic versions of both of those guys
Specific
in my
way.
mind,
Yeah.
very specifically.
Yeah.
And that's probably what that is that connection. But both of them look like they should have a jaw that could cut granite. You know,
Yeah,
like you're not gonna draw blood out of that thing.
Let me ask you this question then: Would you buy Alan Richardson as Punisher?
I could see that.
Yeah, right. Because I would see that too.
I could see him as definitely as either for sure.
Yeah,
I just think in contrast with other superheroes, he would look so crazy.
Here would be the kicker. If they made him Batman and you see him stand next to this new Superman, you're gonna be like, "Come on!"
Right. That's it.
Know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the comparison. It's the
yeah.
You have him stand there. And he's gonna be like a head taller, and like, oh, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, I thought you were Superman. You know, looking down at him.
Yeah, looking down that's not gonna work.
More like Superboy. Oh my god.
Batman actually builds the Vindicator, and that's what actually he replaces Superman with a robot.
Yeah,
it's taller than him, and he's like, "Yeah, this is better."
Listen. I'm not. I know of a Curse of Fenrir here is saying that James Gunn takes characters and stuff like that, and then he did Suicide Squad and Peacemaker.
100%, yeah. But those are characters that people don't care about.
Exactly. He has a knack for taking like dumb, like niche things and making it like Suicide Squad and Guardians.
Making it interesting.
Is he going to do it with characters that doesn't need that? They don't need that sweetening. So is he going to be able to do that? That's the question. I'm excited.
That's the question.
It comes out.
I hope he does. I hope he pulls this shit off.
It comes out Friday, right?
More.
Superman comes out Friday in theaters. Yeah,
that's
the 12th. So I guess only time will tell, bro.
We'll see.
But you've been going for 3 hours now. You realize this?
Yeah, we're gonna end it so people can get on with their lives.
I got Roscoe con pollo waiting for me.
Yeah, you do. And
yeah.
Like tres leches,
and
blonde cheesecake.
Blonde cheesecake that she took. She didn't even take a bite of. She scraped the top off.
Oh, she just ate like caramel sauce.
Yeah. So she's like, I don't like this. You can have it. So I was like, all right. You're gonna tell me twice.
Yeah, I don't even give a shit about caramel sauce. I'll eat the regular thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan's like 3POA just ended.
You just literally fucking cruise on over. Yeah, bud. I gotta go eat.
And you guys stayed here with us.
We appreciate that.
What an amazing crowd you all are.
Yeah, and you got a couple super chats. It was a good day for you, bud.
I did. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Hell yeah.
Tony, what do you got coming up, man?
Well,
let's hear it.
After today, just tomorrow afternoon at 4:30 p.m. live on my channel, we're going to be going over the Touch Crash Challenge, picking a winner. So whoever submitted pictures will pick the best one, and they'll win that cannon. And then I'm just taking the rest of the weekend off because I'm going to Pittsburgh, and then we'll be back at it next week with all the regular scheduled stuff, the truck stream and all that stuff. So it should be a good night.
Okay.
So please come hang out tomorrow 4:30 on my channel. We're gonna have a good time. That's it.
That's what's up.
As always, thank you so much for letting me come on here. I have a great time.
I appreciate you accepting my invitation because I love getting to hang out with you and bullshit. We always have a good time.
Hell yeah, bud.
So
great.
Tomorrow night we've got Figure It Out with Chris Scott from Grindhouse Toys.
Hell yeah.
His World War Hell Kickstarter. It's currently going on. Actually, I think he had a live with Alpha tonight. I think.
Oh wow, really?
Or is I don't know what time Alpha goes.
Alpha goes live like at late. He's weird. He goes live all
really?
Time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was a night owl for sure.
Yeah, he's like me. He just doesn't sleep, so he's probably up. Always going live at weird hours. Always like I'll be on here like at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. All of a sudden, I look, he says Office live. I'm like, what are you doing?
That's how I am with Max. Like I always like check YouTube, and I'm like, what the fuck is Max doing live?
And isn't his streams entitled "Go to Bed"? Isn't it entitled "Go to Bed"?
Yeah, like even he knows he should not be streaming.
Yeah,
nobody should watch this. Get out of here.
Oh my
God. I appreciate all you guys, Pat, Cliff, all
Yeah,
you
you guys
guys.
are awesome, dude.
I appreciate you so much for watching
Yeah.
this.
Thank you. Stu, you
Next-
better check out LSWA this Sunday. You debut, pal. I just made you today. Yeah.
You did a hell of a job too. It's very Macho Man, Randy the Ram.
You
It's
said
a good-
flair and
it's a
pizzazz.
good build.
He said
You got
flair
it.
and pizzazz. There ain't no more flair and pizzazz in the Macho Man. Yeah. Unfortunately, Justin, there will be no LSWA Sunday Morning Slam because I'm going to be in Pittsburgh. So the only way I could do that is if I bring all of this shit with me, and that's not happening. That's just kind of, hey, random diagram. What's up?
That's a lot to do.
Yeah, it's a
bring
lot
all
of check. I
that
bring the
stuff
PS5, a computer, all the wires.
to somebody else's house. That's weird.
Yeah, I am.
Can't do that.
No, so that's it. Yeah, no. So it'll
Night,
come
Mom.
back next week. And of course, the
Roll
story-
Keeper's popping in too. We're wrapping it up, buddy.
I know you guys are all coming in now that the shit ended.
Uh-huh. I see you.
I'm waiting
okay.
for the rumbling back into the stream.
Oh my god. No, he's after probably talking to him or something.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all right, guys. I can't thank you enough. I absolutely love you guys tuning in and watching us and chatting with us because Tony and I had a hell of a time. And
Always.
it wouldn't have been quite as good without y'all. So
Yeah, for real.
appreciate you very, very much. Appreciate you guys with the super chats. That is so cool to me. I can't thank you enough.
Hell yeah.
So with that being said, till we see you again, you have a good one, okay?